the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning to you on this Kleine Vrydag. I hope you can feel the weekend vibes coming your way already. And right here in the show today, for the next 3 hours, it's going to be jam-packed because it is a morning filled with storytelling of adventures that will last a lifetime. Joining us in studio are three friends, Karen Chang, as well as James Weller and James Spence. Now, they challenged themselves to travel from London to Cape Town in one car. I know it is crazy. We're going to get into all the details of how they went over the pond and landed up in the mother's city in just a little bit. They're going to be joining us in studio and telling us whether they made it here in one piece or not. I don't know. We'll see if the trio makes it. Then entertaining us is none other than electro hip-hop artist Dope St. Jude, who just happens to be one of my favorite people. And we can't wait for her to drop her beats and get down in studio. Now, moving from the studio to the kitchen, we're serving whipped coffee martinis. I'm sure you'd want one of those. Clem also keeps us warm with a Mexican chicken and bean soup with puffed chili and lime beans. The recipe sounds absolutely delicious. My mouth is watering just thinking about it because I know it's going to keep my belly warm. Now, talking about staying warm, we definitely have to hop over to Ewan to find out what's going on with him with winter warmer essentials. You're going to have to help him complete the look. So let's see what's going on.
Good morning, Chris. Lucky to see you as well, and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Looking forward to 3 hours in your company. It's a Thursday. The weekend is just around the corner, but this morning it is my turn. I need a little bit of help to finish this look of the slim jeans and fellies and a quarter knit polo pullover that I have this morning. So this morning we have two puffer jackets, and let's be honest, winter warmth nowadays, it is a must. We are talking early morning sport games, frosty adventures, early morning trips to your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. But we have two epic options here to finish off this look. Option one, this is the one you can choose as well. Option one is a short hoodie, beautiful. It blends that kind of urban comfy COVID. What am I saying, Ewan? Come on. Puffer jacket, and then we also have the old firm favorite on this one, a funnel neck puffer jacket. Now, I have my favorites, and I need you to help complete my look this morning with either one of these puffer jackets. I know that I'll look great in both, but the option is yours. So it's up to you now, South Africa, to let me know which one. You can log on to our socials, and then you can tell me which one I should wear to finish off my look for this Thursday. I'm looking forward to see those comments coming through. So there we have it. Get me nice and cozy and warm to start off this Thursday, and we'll take a look later at your comments. Right, let's kick off this Thursday and let's get it underway. We've got a lot to get through this morning, so stay right where you are. Go grab yourself a cup of coffee as we start off this morning with your official duties.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every look, every stitch. The details make the difference.
All right, so what I mean by official duties is we also need to connect with you on social media. So let's fill you in on our social media question and comment of the day. Take a look at this one. Okay, so we said good morning. In just 89 days, James, Karen and James, another James, traveled all the way from London to Cape Town. It's an incredible trip that they undertook in one car named Edna, and there you can see it. So now we want to know, what's the one thing you would ask about their crazy adventure? We're going to sit down with the three of them and unpack this epic trip that they just undertook. So you can let us know via your voice notes. You can send it to 063 408 8863 or comment on that post with that hashtag Expresso Show. What is the one thing you would ask about their unbelievable, crazy adventure all the way from London to South Africa? So send through those questions, and when we sit down with them, we'll fill you in as well. So there we have it. That's your social media question of the morning. Let's get it started. And now, Carissa is standing by with your news.
With just 4 minutes after 6 o'clock, let's check out what's happening in your news. And we start off here. The SA Army has confirmed the death of 2 officers, both captains, and 20 soldiers wounded in a mortar attack on the base at Sake in Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC. 4 critically wounded soldiers were admitted to hospital. In February, 2 South African soldiers were killed and 3 wounded in a similar attack on the same base. Now, these soldiers are deployed in the DRC as part of the Southern African Regional Force, assisting the DRC in its fight against the M23 rebel group. The government is yet to completely phase out the green barcoded ID book, despite having replaced it with a newer and improved smart ID card more than a decade ago. Now, Home Affairs officials say they haven't issued any communication on whether the former will finally be retired. The green ID book is still held by many South Africans and is a legally accepted document. However, security experts say a research report showed that SA ID fraud tops the continental list, and this calls for the government to discontinue green barcoded IDs. Moving on to some international news, where Kenya's President William Ruto said yesterday that a bill containing contentious tax hikes would be withdrawn, thus dramatically reversing a course. Over 22 people died and some 300 were injured. Parliament was also partly set ablaze and ransacked by protesters. But Ruto warned that the withdrawal would mean a significant shortfall in funding for development programs designed to help farmers and school teachers. Ruto's administration has been taken by surprise by the intensity of opposition to its tax hikes. Protests took place all over Kenya last week. Now, U.S. President Joe Biden has pardoned thousands of veterans who were convicted of crimes under a military law that banned gay sex for more than 60 years. The veterans were convicted under a provision of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, which criminalized sodomy from 1951 to 2013. Biden described the pardon as, and I quote, righting an historic wrong. This military provision is separate from the, quote, don't ask, don't tell, end quote, President Bill Clinton-era policy, which banned openly gay and lesbian Americans from serving in the military. Now we end off here on England's blustery eastern coast. An extraordinary Humboldt penguin named Windy, a great-great-great-grandmother, has welcomed a new generation into the world. Defying expectations, Windy paired with 4-year-old Nacho, her toy boy partner more than 20 years her junior, during the past breeding season. Now, their union wasn't just for show. They successfully produced a healthy chick. Windy, who laid her first egg before the turn of the millennium, now boasts 23 offspring. But Nacho is a first-time daddy. Windy was previously paired with Jet, producing over 20 chicks. After losing Jet, no one expected her to pair up again, but Nacho started courting her last year, and the two have been devoted to each other ever since. Oh, I love that Windy found herself a Ben 10. I love ending off this news there. We're going to head into your sports and see what Ewan has for you.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Yes, lots of sport heading your way, especially into the weekend as well. We'll start off now with rugby news. 2-time Rugby World Cup winning captain Siya Kolisi will lead the Springboks in their incoming series against Ireland on the 6th of July in Pretoria. And that is confirmed by coach Rassie Erasmus. Now, despite speculation, Kolisi, who plays for Racing 92, retains the captaincy. Erasmus also provided positive injury updates. Cheslin Colby is cleared to play, and Edwil van der Merwe, Faf de Klerk and Makazolo Mapimpi are expected to be available for that first Ireland test. Then in football news, Bafana started their COSAFA Cup campaign with a 1-1 draw against Mozambique at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Rishwan Dortley put Bafana ahead, but Chamita Alfandega equalised for the Mambas in the second half. The result leaves both teams, along with Botswana and Eswatini, tied with 1 point each in Group A. Bafana will face Botswana next, while Mozambique takes on Eswatini on Saturday, the 29th of June. And staying with football, Georgia's stunning debut at Euro 2024 continued as they secured a spot in the last 16 with a 2-0 victory over Portugal. Now, Kavica Kvaratskhelia opened the scoring early on, followed by Georgia's Mikotadze converting a penalty. Now, despite Portugal's efforts, Georgia's resilient defence and swift counter-attack sealed their historic win, setting up a clash against Spain in the next round. And over to some cricket news this morning. The Proteas reached their T20 Cricket World Cup final for the first time with a commanding 9-wicket victory over Afghanistan. At Trinidad's Brian Lara Stadium, the Proteas bowled out Afghanistan for 56 thanks to their stellar performances from Tabraiz Shamsi 3 for 6 and Marco Jansen 3 for 16. Now, in return, the Proteas easily chased down the target, finishing on 60 for 1. Now, they will face either England or India in the final, and that's on Saturday in Barbados. Lots of sport, and we are holding thumbs for our Proteas, that's for sure. That's your sport. Let's quickly take a look at what the weather's holding going into your Thursday.
Thank you, Ewan. Let's have a look at what's happening in your weather for today. Now, the SA Weather Service has issued only one warning for today. Extreme high fire danger conditions are expected over the Richardsveld, Namakwa and Kamiesberg municipalities of the Northern Cape. Morning fog can be expected in the southern parts of Gauteng, the Western Cape, the interior of KwaZulu-Natal and areas south of the escarpment in the eastern half, as well as the southern interior of the Eastern Cape. The Western Cape can expect rain over the weekend. Well, that wraps up your weather for now, but not your morning views, because we want you to share that with us on 063-408-8863. Just after 7 o'clock, we'll dive right into what your mornings are looking like. For now, though, let's see what your temperatures are giving for today.
Right, so there's your temperatures going into your Thursday. Now you know exactly what to pack. But it looks like it's a nice little warm day across South Africa, which
and I'm
is
going to enjoy
lovely.
it for now, because over the weekend, things are changing.
Yeah, look, enjoy it. Enjoy it right now. Live in the moment. Okay, so we're going to take a very quick break. Your morning is now officially underway. When we come back, I mean, this story, it actually got me green with jealousy because I love my adventures. But these guys, it's a trio of friends that made an unbelievable journey in a car all the way from London to South Africa.
Wow,
I mean,
wow,
look
wow.
at that. Can you imagine?
I can't imagine.
The experiences that they must have had along the way.
Yes.
So we're going to sit down with them. And again, if you have any questions for them, if you want to undertake a trip like that, maybe you need some advice, they're here.
Well, listen, I can't wait to get into that conversation and the minds behind the masterworking of that. Well, speaking about London, we've got somebody that spent some time in London, but from South Africa, we've got Dope St. Jude that's going to be joining us in studio, an electro hip-hop artist that just gives so much more than just that. I can't wait to hear what she's got in store for us. Can't wait.
Fantastic. We'll see you after the break. Don't go anywhere.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso on S3, and this morning we're joined by a phenomenal artist from the Mother City who is known for her activism as well as using her music as a mouthpiece pretty much for marginalized communities and also to raise awareness about societal issues. Now, her name is Dope St. Jude, and she's here to share more on a new single called Happy Day, and it is a happy day. We got to give her a feel good welcome as we get into this. Dope St. Jude, welcome.
Thank you so much.
This is not the first time we're meeting or seeing each other. We've got a long history, but it's so good to connect again. And of course, in this space and in June in particular, because it is a month that we're celebrating so much. Now, speaking of, I know that music has always run in your veins, but I also know that you used to perform on stage as a drag king.
Yes, that's right.
Talk to me about the transition from drag king to Dope St. Jude.
Yeah, so I had the transition from drag into performing as Dope St. Jude, more to express myself in a more unique way, express my perspective. And I'm sure you know, Cape Town has a very rich drag culture. Yeah. So drag was a really great platform to subvert and explore gender norms. But I wanted to tell some of my own stories. So I taught myself music production, and then I've been making music ever since.
Oh my gosh, that is incredible. A DIY queen or king, if you'd like. We are here for it. I love that you've touched on, you know, telling your own story and also telling the stories of marginalized communities. Yes. South Africa has still got a way to go, but I think we've made some strides. How did you feel our audience received your music?
I think that it was pretty well received. I do believe that sometimes it can be challenging for a home audience to listen to music that is sometimes a little bit politically charged. But overall, I think that my music's been pretty well received in South Africa.
Yeah. How about London? I know you spent a little while there. What was that like?
Yes, it was incredible. I spent some time in London and I toured a lot in Europe. And it was also quite well received, and especially because there are a lot of African immigrants living in the UK and living in Europe. So it was really nice to be able to share my music on that platform.
What did you miss most about home when you left?
Wow, okay, there's a list of things.
Tell me all of it.
Okay, I missed the weather.
Yes.
I don't think we really appreciate how incredible the weather and the scenery and how beautiful it is in Cape Town. Like, it's actually, we live in a holiday destination.
Yeah, 100%.
I missed the food. South Africa has amazing food. I found myself making a Gatsby out of a panini.
No, the blasphemy. What else did you have? So a panini, and then you threw in?
I made my own slap chips. And it was very sad. It was a sad situation. And then, of course, I missed the friendliness of the people. Yeah. I think South Africa, people say that all the time, but South Africa has incredibly friendly and warm people, and I missed that.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we missed you too, and we're so glad that you're back, and you're releasing some new music, yes. Happy Days being one of them. Tell me more about this and what joy you're spreading with the world.
Yes. So the song Happy Day, I actually wrote it in 2022, but I felt that now was the right time to release it because there's a sense of hopelessness in the world right now. I mean, we open social media and we are accosted by atrocities happening all over the world. And so this song is really a plea to nurture the fact that there is hope for a happier day, and that we must have hope in the future, and that there are happy days ahead of us.
A beacon of light. I absolutely love that, Dope St. Jude. Is this part of a bigger project? Can we expect some more music from you?
Yes, so I am working on a pretty exciting project. I'm doing a remix project of some of my tracks with women from the African continent, women producers. The reason I'm focusing on women producers specifically is because in the music space, women in production is quite a minority. And then also the African continent is exploding with like so many different genres of music. So I'm really excited to see what that collaboration will look like.
Yeah, and any collaborative artists that you're bringing in as well that you can mention? Or is it just you?
No, there are there's an artist from Ghana, from Morocco, from Kenya. So I'm pretty excited to share that in a few months' time.
I love that like Pan-African expression of music. It's going to be so beautiful. It is Pride Pride Month. We got to get into that. We can't, avoid it and move around it. So I wondered how you stepped into your confidence the way you do. You look fabulous, of course. You own the space that you're in. If there are other people out there that perhaps are part of the community that are maybe too scared to even be themselves, what would you say to them?
I would say what's important is to find a community or find a chosen family, because we don't exist as an island. We really need the support of others. We need that community. So when I first came out, I found a community of people, whether it was at school, through organizations, through the activist space, through the music space. It's really important to find your people who can hold you down so that you can flourish and be who you are.
Oh man, and your network of people have been holding you. It is so good to see. And I love that you are, like I said earlier, a beacon of hope and definitely a light for all of those that are still kind of finding their way around, right? But we're definitely going to keep you here. Dose Jude is going to be right here, and we're going to hear from her with the song Happy Day, and it's going to be a happy day from us to you. Ewan, what have you got for us?
I got a lot for you, but first and foremost, we're looking forward to that performance a little bit later on, so make sure you stick around with us this morning. Right now, though, quickly gear up and get ready for Disky action by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 744. We're always being very specific with this because there's an estimated jackpot of 760,000 Rand for you today. So what you can do is you could, of course, score very big and stand a chance to hashtag #BeInjaYeGame. So you can play your favorite Sports Stake 8 game in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, or even on the mobile app for your shot at winning that estimated big amount of 760,000 Rand jackpot. Hashtag #BeInjaYeGame. So get on that right now. We're going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we are finally sitting down with a trio of friends that decided, let's jump in a car together and make an epic journey all the way from London to Cape Town. We're going to unpack that in just a little bit. And then Carissa's also going to be sharing her unbelievable scrapbooking skills. Can't wait to see that. So that's just a little snippet of what you can expect heading your way after the break. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. And I'm excited. I'm excited because this has got me green with jealousy. I said it a little bit earlier on. We have the pleasure this morning of welcoming three extraordinary friends who took their dream of exploration to a whole new level. Karen, James, Spence and James as well. All medical doctors embarked on a thrilling road trip in March, driving all the way from London to Cape Town. Now, they have been documenting every twist and turn of their unbelievable journey, captivating most of almost 500,000 Instagram followers with their adventures. I mean, we're talking from breathtaking landscapes to unexpected challenges. Their story, really, nothing short of spectacular, and we finally have them on the couch. Here we have it. So Wella, Karen, and Spence. Yes. That is what you guys are going. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
That is unbelievable. Look, I love my adventures, my road trips. I'm an adventure biker. I'm always looking for the next adventure, where to go. But you guys actually did something incredible, all the way from London to South Africa. I gotta know, where did this idea even start for you guys to say, let's jump in a car, the three of us, and make a road trip, but not just any road trip?
Well, we all love travelling, and we've done quite a lot of travelling together previously. And we'd had some plans to go to South Africa, which unfortunately were cancelled because of COVID. And we decided that we'd wanted to do a big road trip at some point, and we took some time out from work and figured that we would just drive all the way down to South Africa. So that's what we did.
I think originally it was a bit of a silly idea. You know, we came up with the idea 3 years ago, and yeah, we just made it happen.
Yeah. We've done smaller road trips before, like a few weeks, but nothing, obviously, that's
to
3
the
or 4
scale.
months long.
Yeah. What is the dynamic of the friendship here? Because, I mean, it's not as if it's three random people just jumping into a car, because that would probably spell out disaster. I mean, you guys have obviously been friends for a while, I presume.
Yeah, we met almost 10 years ago at university.
Okay. And it was just natural that you guys would undertake something like this together, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
I suppose.
we're the only people crazy enough to do
That's
something.
what we like to say.
I think we're all quite adventurous, and we like sort of travelling and exploring, and yeah.
So why Cape Town, though? Why South Africa? Why the road trip here?
Well, yeah, go on, Karen.
So yeah, we planned to come to South Africa for our medical elective 3 years ago, but because of COVID, it got cancelled, and we thought we haven't really travelled too much of Africa before, and I think with Cape Town, it just seemed like a natural, I guess, ending point, because it's you know, the southernmost part of Africa. And a lot of our friends and family's been to Cape Town before. We've never been, so we've heard great things about the city. So we thought it would be a good place to...
A fitting end to the
yeah.
trip.
Yeah, and flying here would be too quick, so we're like, let's fly.
And you get to see so much more
Exactly.
along
Yeah,
the way.
exactly.
But there's always this thing about expectation versus reality, right? I mean, in your head, when you're planning a trip like this, I mean, you already think about what it could be like and so forth. So what was that experience like for you? I mean, from London, you spent, obviously, the majority of your time traveling through Africa, the African continent. It's huge, you know? So what was that like, that balance between, you know, sorting it out and then seeing what you guys have planned come to fruition, and obviously the dynamics in the car? Did you guys get along in the car?
Yeah,
Lots
funny
to
you
talk
say
about,
that. We
right?
had
It's
a
a
few
lovely
arguments along route.
relationship.
But
Yeah.
really,
Because when we planned the trip, we knew there were going to be problems, whether it's with the car or the road or the borders and visas, but we never really thought about the problems we might have with each other. And
I guess
Yeah.
we're just in a very tight space. You know, we share the same tent. We're in the car like 24/7. You know, with a trip like of this scale, there's a lot of decision making, big decisions, and you know, we all have different opinions, and we just have to.
I think one of the biggest things we didn't quite appreciate is how many problems we'd have with the car. We did so much preparation with the car.
Edna.
Spence and his dad kindly helped prepare the car, and spent months doing it, and then we still had so many problems that we just couldn't have predicted. So
we thought we'd covered most of it, but obviously we didn't look into the chassis as much as we should have.
The spoiler alert, snap.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, Africa is not for sissies, eh? You
Absolutely not.
Listen, you guys also had a partnership with UNICEF, I believe. Tell me about this partnership, and how did this play into your trip as well?
So we, you know, traveling through Africa, we've seen a lot of Africa, and we saw, you know, the lack of, you know, medical infrastructure in a lot of the places. And, you know, because we're doctors, we thought it would be quite a fitting end to, you know, do some good, especially when we've got, you know, a huge following on Instagram. And so on Tuesday, we did a UNICEF program visit. We went to the Red Cross Children's Hospital, where we did a radio show, which was hosted by...
the RX radio show.
Yeah, RX radio show, which was hosted by some youth reporters. That was actually our first media sort of session once we reached Cape Town.
Yeah, they got the exclusive.
Yeah. They got the exclusive, yeah. And it was, so they told us about the program, the RX radio, and...
But we initially, the trip was supposed to be a holiday. It wasn't, we weren't working with any charities at the start. It was just a road trip with 3 friends. Yeah. But then we got all these Instagram followers and thought it's a chance to do something good at the end. So that was why when we got to Cape Town, we reached out to UNICEF and they decided we, you know, could work together, try and do some fundraising with them and raise awareness of their causes as well.
Yeah, I love how it kind of just evolved and flowed into that because, I mean, yes, it's a holiday, but here you are and you have a chance to do something incredible to use that platform as well. I quickly got to ask, you know, when you think about traveling through Africa, you know, a lot of people say a lot of things. There's a lot of stuff in the news and media as well. What is happening up in Africa? What were some of the misconceptions that you guys, you know, seen? And it's like, well, you know, what were some of the realizations for you guys with regards to the continent of Africa and traveling through it?
Well, I'd say one of the things was I think we expected to we had loads of problems with the car, but we thought we'd have more problems with things like, you know, police and potentially with people, with, you know, security and that kind of thing. But actually, we didn't really have any issues. And even the police weren't too bad. You know, actually, you know, we had very few instances where we really had any problems with them.
Yeah, and the vast majority of people that we met along route were willing to help us and were pleased to have us there. That was a really positive side as well.
And we were really lucky to stay in some really quite incredible places throughout our time as well, some really nice hotels and everything, which we didn't really, you know, appreciate that there were in some of these places, so,
I think it's part of the preparation, Wella even bought some, like, fake wallets.
I bought some
we
old
didn't use, or like some,
things.
like, old expired bank cards, but we didn't have to use any of them.
Yes, I'm just looking at the visuals that we can see on screen right now. I mean,
Yeah,
you guys were really roughing it. You guys were out there. And chat to me about the car quickly. Edna, and look, I'm a firm belief that every vehicle should have a name, right? So Edna, it sounds like there's a bit of history there.
It's not too deep. I quite like The Incredibles. We like The Incredibles, and we thought with the black roof tent, it kind of looked like Edna Mode's hair, so we thought it kind of looks like Edna from The Incredibles. So we just stuck with that.
And it was quite a nice, like, simple name that we could easily say. So,
and it's catchy.
Unbelievable visuals, and I mean, what an experience. This is something that you guys are going to treasure for a lifetime, I'm sure. Or maybe even whet your appetite to do another one. Listen, you guys are here now. How are you getting back?
We're flying back.
Are you flying back? What's happening with Edna?
We're still sort of working that out. She's gone into storage for the moment. She's retired. She needs a bit of a break.
Yeah, she's tired.
And we're potentially looking at what we're going to do with her, whether we need to ship her back to the UK or whether we might do some sort of charity thing.
But we're sort of in close sort of contact with UNICEF about potentially, you know, donating Edna for charity or doing something. We're still in the process of talking to UNICEF about it,
Well, you know, I'm just saying I will always volunteer if you want her back in London. I will take the trip on it.
I don't think she'd make it.
You don't think she'd make it?
You can do some work and then you're more than welcome to give it a go.
Guys, thank you very much once again for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be chatting to you a little bit later on. Stick around for more adventures and tales of their incredible adventure all the way from London through to Cape Town. Now, with all the adventure and memory making, Carissa has the perfect scrapbooking ideas just for you. Maybe this is something that you can keep yourself busy with. Maybe heat yourself up a little bit through this cold winter weather.
With the winter holidays here, we need to find a fun family activity which can actually be enjoyed indoors. Now today, we're getting our craft on by scrapbooking a favorite memory. Perhaps a scrapbook is something that you've wanted to start for a while now, and it's a way for you to commemorate special times with family and friends and also appreciate life's special moments. Don't scrap the memories. Are you ready to get your craft on along with me? Using the best supplies, of course, by The Crazy Store. I think we should get right into it. I've got some photos here here. When I visited London, it's definitely one of my favorite memories that I got to share. And this right here is the Thames River. We went straight under the Tower Bridge. So I'm going to commemorate that memory by putting together a scrapbook. So we're going to start over here with some corrugated paper for sure. And I kind of want to add the papers together to complement one another. I'm going to go for blue on blue, and then of course the red glitter paper. I love that. This paper, if you could feel it, they're all giving different textures, and of course they're going to give a different look and feel to our photos. So that's going to be the base, and then we're going to go ahead with our scissors in our 86-piece art set. We're going to go straight in. And hopefully, I mean, that's a little bit skew, but I love the imperfection of scrapbooking. I think it really just adds to the rustic look and the authentic feel. We're going to stick these all together. We, of course, are referencing the British flag with the blue and red. So we're going to cut our border beautifully. And that's going to be the star of the show. I love that. That's going to go straight in the middle. But we also have one more photo, because what is a trip to London without going to Buckingham Palace? And I'm actually going to cut it out. Is that blasphemous? I don't know. We're using our clear glue once again. Our soldiers waiting patiently in the corner to be called. And we've got them. They're going to be right there. And our lone soldier's going to be down here. He's so adorable, and he looks like he definitely commands a crowd. I'm going to make him say, "We're in London, baby!" There's even some cokies waiting for me that I can definitely have a little pop art moment. I know we also have our glitter glue tubes, which is going to add some nice dynamism and dimension. Let's go in with some blue. Blue on blue? No. Although you might be able to see it nicely. Okay, soldier, are you ready? We're going to do one of those and a big speech bubble coming out saying, "We're in London." I'm so impressed with my own work right now. And we'll go in with our arts and crafts glitter glues. Let's go the outline of the speech bubble leading to our soldier. 6 assorted glitter tubs. Oh, let's do some silver and gold. And the thing about glitter is that it will remain on you for a few days, but that's the fun. So when somebody catches you in the street and finds out, what has Carissa been up to? It just gives me an excuse to talk about my excursions in the UK, you know? Shake it around so it gets on all of the glue. So wherever there is negative space, I use it as an opportunity to add more spice and creativity. Are you ready to see my London travels? Look at the work. Well, there you have it, a fun arts and crafts project for the whole family to enjoy, from the kids all the way through to the adults. You can create more memories with this winter holiday with the Crazy Store Arts and Crafts range. And here's the best part. You can also win an arts and crafts hamper simply by telling us what craft project you've always wanted to make, and also give us reason why. Use that hashtag the Crazy Store in your answer. Now, this competition does close at midday on 11 July, so get to working. T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com. Now I just need to find a wall to put this on. I'll have a look around studio.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let me tell you, we're still buzzing in studio from the excitement of our guests' incredible road trip from London to the mother city. Now, we've got, of course, Karen, who's with us in studio, as well as Wella and Spence. I'm part of the crew now, so I'm allowed to use their nicknames, okay? And they've taken us through the journey, but there's so much more to uncover. And I'm telling you, if you just tuned in right now, you came at the good time, because we're definitely going to get into some juice and some tea. But we've got some voice notes that we've got to hear first before we dive into the adventures of Morocco, Nigeria, DRC. Let's have a listen.
My name is Buhle, and my question is, did you notice any cultural differences or similarities across the countries you traveled through, and what were they?
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, Buhle. Okay, any cultural differences you noticed? Yeah?
Yeah, massive differences. So obviously Africa is a massive continent, and we've driven
Africa's
through...
not a country, right?
Yes, exactly. It's a continent, and we drove through a lot of it. And
how many countries did we go through in total? I think almost 20.
yeah, almost 20
Whoa.
countries.
Yeah.
So obviously there was huge culture differences from the top of Africa, where it's like largely Islamic influence, and then as we worked our way down, there's more Christian influences, and then tribal culture was quite dominant, and animist and voodoo religion as well. So we noticed all those changes as we were going down.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
well, the things we noticed, I suppose the food.
The food was...
I was going to ask, did it have an impact on the kind of food that they had in each country?
Yeah. We, one of the things that we'd kind of heard a bit about was there was the competition between the Nigerian and the Ghanaian jollof.
Jollof,
rice.
come on, that rivalry is as old as time.
So
And do we have a winner between you guys?
We debated for a while, and I think, well, I think I personally...
What do you think?
For me personally, I prefer the Ghanaian. But the Nigerian's a bit too spicy.
Okay, I see.
I think we both felt the same as well.
None of us are very good with spicy food.
Yeah.
I hear you.
The Ghanaian one was a bit more mild.
Yeah.
So I think we preferred that.
Hopefully by the time you leave South Africa, your spice tolerance would have increased just
Maybe,
a little bit.
We actually did an Instagram story poll, and I think Nigerian won.
Did it win? Yeah. Okay.
Nigerians are very proud about their jollof rice,
Yeah.
I understand. Let's listen to another voice note.
Good morning, Expresso. This is Solo from Bloemfontein. To Karen, Spence, and James, I'd like to know if you guys think you broke some stereotypes about Africa, like the very noticeable fact that you don't see a whole lot of wild animals. Thank you. Love you guys.
Yeah, shout out to Bloom. I love that you tuned in. Thank you so much. Well, Karen, that one was directed to you. It's all around, you know, in America in particular, I feel they always say, hey, do you take a giraffe to school? Do you see some wildebeest running around? Were there any stereotypes that you found were completely broken when you came through?
Well, coming to Africa, obviously, you expect a lot of, you know, wildlife, like elephants, giraffes, zebras. We didn't actually see any wildlife until we got to Namibia.
Well, we saw some like things like the gorillas in the Congo.
Yeah, but we didn't see.
Yeah, but
you know,
those kind of things,
the safari animals that you would expect, you know, the elephants. Yeah, we were expecting, you know, higher up, even probably like Ivory Coast, but we didn't see any. We saw lots of cows and chickens.
We were camping a lot, so we were always out in the wild. We were worried that animals might stray into camp, but all we really saw were mosquitoes and a few chickens to start with.
Or like
unfortunately.
Cows.
Goats, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
But as we got further south, and then once we got into Namibia, then it did, I suppose, more fit the stereotype. There were elephants on the road and giraffes walking around.
Even
herds of zebra,
we camped, we see like giraffes in the morning, which is incredible.
One evening we were smoking cigars in the camp, and we heard some rustling out in the forest, and we shone the torch out there, and there was a herd of elephants passing through.
Oh my goodness.
Which is
Elephants
scary,
and giraffes are like my favorite animals.
Yeah, they're so special.
They're majestic. They are so beautiful. Well, I do want to talk about the sea, but while we're on the land, let's talk about what happened at the voodoo market and perhaps a puppy that you may have rescued. What happened there?
Spence, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, so we were in Benin, and there's a lot of voodoo sort of culture there.
Yeah.
And we were walking through a market, and there was a voodoo sacrifice market with chickens and all sorts of different animals, but they also had cats and dogs. We saw a small cage with probably the cutest puppy I think we've ever seen.
Goodness.
Locked eyes with his little puppy eyes, and we couldn't just leave him there.
We made a connection
Look at
with
the puppy. Oh,
He was really, really sweet. And obviously we couldn't save all of the animals, but we thought if we could just help one. And so it cost us about maybe the equivalent of 150 rand.
Yeah.
So it wasn't very expensive.
Yeah.
So we didn't know what we'd do with him, but we knew we couldn't leave him to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
So we bought him,
And then we got him
defleed him,
got him a little
dewormed
bandana.
Oh,
got his bandana
taking,
made.
taking him with us for about a week or so, didn't we?
Yeah. And he's the most perfect, cute little
He was
dog.
so
what's his name?
Ibby.
Evie.
Yeah.
Ibby.
And where's Evie now?
We found a home for him in
We found
Nigeria,
a
didn't we?
forever loving home in Nigeria.
Oh, man.
It took us a while. We
Yeah.
wanted to find Ibby not just a home, but like a loving, like a forever home. And we found the perfect family for him.
Oh, man. Well, Evie, we're thinking about you right now and know that we're talking about you, too, in the best of ways. Well, from land to sea, let's talk about getting lost at sea. Well, what was that about? What happened?
So when we were in Guinea-Bissau, we went on a small boat trip. There were a group of islands that we'd sort of wanted to go to for a while that were really beautiful, and we thought that we could just sort of turn up and find someone to take us there. And we found a small boat, and we offered to pay them to take us out to these islands. But they didn't bring enough fuel. So sort of partway there, things weren't sort of looking very good. They had some problems with the engine. I think there was a bit of a fuel leak. And we were kind of drifting around for a while. They managed to fix something, and they had a bit of fuel, sort of spare fuel left. I managed to get us most of the way back, but just before we got back to land, the fuel ran out, and we were drifting around in
was like
the sea for a while, weren't we?
The sun was setting, so it's going to be dark quite soon as well.
My goodness.
They didn't have a phone that worked. They didn't have a radio. They didn't have flares. They didn't even have water. Yeah, so we were just drifting.
And then luckily we saw sort of a fishing boat in the distance and sort of signalled them over. And they came over, and luckily they had some spare fuel on their boat and gave us some fuel, and then we managed to get back to land. But it was quite scary. We were out there for a couple of hours sort of drifting around.
It wasn't the best.
I can imagine the emotions that you must have gone through. It sounds like my worst nightmare. Oh, my goodness. The adventure continues, though. Thank you so much for being here with us. People can follow your Instagram and catch up. If you've missed anything, where can they find you?
So, yeah, the Instagram is london.to.capetown with a number 2.
Nice. I'm sure that 500,000 is going to reach a milli by the end of this. Thank you so much, Karen, Weller, and Spence, for being here today and sharing your wonderful stories. And maybe Ewan and I can, fly out to London and then also road trip all the way through the UK. Ewan, what do you think?
Yeah, sure. Listen, I'm up for that adventure. That is for sure. But I mean, can you imagine those memories that's going to last them a lifetime? But they're not going to go anywhere. We're still going to have them in studio for a bit. So send those questions if you do have them on our social media pages. Also to WhatsApp line 063-408-8863. Now, over the past while, we have been taking a deep dive into proper shaving technique. Also, maybe if you are a youngster coming up and you just start shaving, we're helping you out with all those incredible tips. And this morning, we are taking you and your self-care game to the next level and to get ready to elevate your grooming routine with the secrets to hassle-free shaving. So stick around. And today, I'm going to bring you an exclusive tutorial to achieve a smoother, more effortless shave with the famous Big Flex 5 hybrid razor, because it has 5 flexible blades with a pivoting head for better shave control and a lubricating strip enriched with aloe and vitamin E. So stick around. Soos in die woorde van Robbie Wessels gaan ek hom nou vir jou stap vir stap verduidelik. So step 1, here we go. Wet your face first and foremost with warm water to soften your hair and wake up your pores. And then you move on to step 2, which is applying your shaving cream. My advice would be the Big Comfort Gel for sensitive skin to your entire facial area. Then press the razor to the area that you want to shave, preferably starting on the sides and later moving on to the thicker areas using soft yet intentional strokes going in the direction of your hair growth, and remembering to rinse frequently to clean your razor and to make sure that it stays sharp and also hygienic. Step 4, rinse your face with cold water and apply some aftershave balm or even lotion for a final touch of hydration. Very important. And then step 5, it's the last step in this process. You can store then your razor in a safe, dry place to avoid being used by others and rusting until your next maintenance shave in about 1 to 3 days. Depends from person to person. So there are 5 incredible, important steps for you to remember when shaving. And also remember, a little extra care and attention goes a long way when achieving the ultimate shave. So you can shop Big Flex 5 razors and more at all participating retailers to choose a close shave that you can master. But there is something in it for you as well. One lucky viewer, it could be you, stand the chance to win a Big Flex hamper to the value of 1,000 Rand. All you need to do is reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us, what are your shaving tips for shaving sensitive skin? Now, don't forget to include that hashtag, Choose Your Mastery, and this particular competition closes at midnight this coming Sunday, the 30th of June. Remember, T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com.
Still so much more to come your way. I'm gonna just, wet the throat a little bit with a beverage while you also prepare your tea or coffee for the morning. Dope St. Jude's gonna join us, and of course she's got something super special for us. That is a live performance. Not only that, there you go. Not only that, we of course are gonna get into such good things with Ewan when it comes to fashion. You have to tell us whether or not he's going for the one puffer or the other. You've got two options, and let us know on our socials which it'll be. I'm going to enjoy this. You enjoy your wet beverage, and I'll see you when we come back.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're almost coming to the point of the top of the hour. Before we get there, though, we've got to get into some fashion. I mean, it's a Thursday for a reason. The weekend is around the corner, and you had the option to choose between one or two puffers for you. And of course, was it going to be the matte black, or we're going to go for a bit of a sheen, a shine when it comes to the classic puffer? We put it out to you. You had to choose between one or the other, and I think we have a winner right now. Very excited. Before we announce which one it'll be, we have to look into some comments. We've got Samuel saying, number one looks absolutely beautiful, Expresso Morning Show. Of course, using that hashtag styled by Woolies. Letitia also agreeing, saying option one, definitely Carissa. I mean, come on, it's so obvious. We also have Sporsenko, who says, I choose option one, a short hooded puffer that blends urban edge and cozy comfort. Oh, I love that. The hooded puffer adds a cool and casual vibe to Ewan's outfit. It's also perfect for a relaxed and stylish look. Well, Spore, you definitely know what you're talking about. I believe you, all right? Glenville David Van Zale says it has to go number one, a short hooded puffer blends urban edge and cozy comfort. The two coming together, communicating so beautifully. So I think we've got a worthy winner. The one more comment goes, Francis, Morning Expresso, definitely option one because it matches perfectly with the black jersey Ewan is wearing, and it will look so good. Black on black. It is slick, It is beautiful. The #1 option is what you went for. And let's see it on the body. Ewan, come on through.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
The people knew what they were talking about.
There was consensus amongst all of those comments. All of them option 1, so the short hooded puffer, and then look, I love the funnel neck one as well. It looks beautiful, but I think for this particular outfit, I think they did very well. Thank you very much, South Africa. Should I zip it up?
Zip it up all the way to the top. Let's see.
How does that
far
look?
does it go?
Whoa.
Let's see. Gonna close
I'm going to zip my voice now.
There you go.
Can you still hear me?
Keeping you extra warm. I love it. I love it.
This is what I look like when I go hiking. Like this. It's
in the
very
cold Cape Town.
Hang on, yeah. Sorry, my
No, I
nose is
love it.
shouting.
We need to hear that voice. It also works really lovely with the navy blue.
Yeah.
That's styled up though, but functionally it's going to be so good with the adventures you're going to go on, no?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because I love, you know, we are early morning people, and we know, like you've experienced, it gets icy in the mornings. But this is also something I think our trio would have loved on their trip, you know, those early mornings around the campfires and so forth and so on, right?
You're an adventure bay, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Don't you
yes.
feel like you wish you were the 4th wheel on there so that you could also go from London to Cape Town?
Look,
I mean,
I'll sit on the roof, I'll bite onto the wheel or something, you know. I'll walk behind Edna if I have to. But I mean, this is something that's been on my bucket list for so long, and I really hope that I can get there one day to do a motorcycle trip all the way from Cape Town, all the way up into Europe to go visit family. I've got family in Budapest, Hungary. It would be amazing to go and do a trip like that. But I think time is the biggest thing, you know. So I would love to pick their brains. Actually, how do you take that amount of time off from work to do an epic trip like this? But yeah, I would love an adventure like this, and my puffer jacket is gonna go with.
Oh man, just say Carissa sent you. You'll be fine. Everyone will just say leave approved. I love that for you, Ewan, and you look absolutely great. A puffer sometimes can look a little bulky, but I think with your muscles, it just kind of works together.
Stop it,
you know what I'm saying? Are you gonna leave it open, zip closed?
I think I should leave it open. What do you guys think? Well, there's another question for you.
A little bit more casual,
Open, close, which one?
Well, you can, of course, go ahead and shop this gorgeous look in-store, online, or on the app. We've made it so simple, so easy for you. Ewan looks great, but you can too in the classic puffer this winter.
Good choice. Thanks, fam.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
Well, let's have a look at what's happening in your news with just minutes before the top of the hour. And we get started off with some national news, where South African scientists on a Tuesday injected radioactive material into live rhino horns to make them easier to detect in a pioneering project aimed at curbing poaching. Now, James Larkin, director of the Witwatersrand University's Radiation and Health Physics Unit, placed radioactive chips in the horns at the Limpopo Rhino Orphanage in Waterberg area. The radioactive material makes the horn poisonous for human consumption, but the dose is so low it won't impact the animal's health or the environment in any way. Now, the South African Army has confirmed the death of 2 officers, both captains, and 20 soldiers wounded in a mortar attack on the base at Sake in Democratic Republic of Congo, or the DRC. 4 critically wounded soldiers have been admitted to hospital. In February, 2 South African soldiers were killed and 3 wounded in a similar attack on the same base. Now, these soldiers are deployed in the DRC as part of the Southern African Regional Force, assisting the DRC in its fight against the M23 rebel group. Moving on to international news, a new strain of the Mpox virus spreading rapidly along the eastern border of the Democratic Republic of Congo is incredibly worrying, says officials monitoring its spread. The virus, which caused lesions across the entire body, can be lethal. The current outbreak has been driven by sexual transmission, but there's evidence the strain can also be passed on through close skin-to-skin contact. Now, global health experts say the new variant risks cross-border and international spread of the virus and describe it as the most dangerous strain yet. Moving on to Kenya, where Kenya's President William Ruto said yesterday that a bill containing contentious tax hikes would be withdrawn, thus dramatically reversing course after 22 people died and some 300 were injured. Parliament was also partly set ablaze and ransacked by protesters. But Ruto warned that the withdrawal would mean a significant shortfall in funding for development programs designed to help farmers and school teachers. Ruto's administration has been taken by surprise by the intensity of opposition to its tax hikes. Protests took place across Kenya last week. Now, ending off with this one, on England's blustery eastern coast, an extraordinary Humboldt penguin named Wendy, a great-great-great-grandmother, has welcomed a new generation into the world. Defying expectations, Wendy paired with 4-year-old Nacho, her toy boy partner, more than 20 years her junior, during the past breeding season. Now, the union wasn't just for show. They successfully produced a healthy chick. Wendy, who laid her first egg before the turn of the millennium, now boasts 23 offspring, but Nacho is a first-time daddy. Wendy was previously paired with Jet, producing over 20 chicks. After losing Jet, no one expected her to pair up again, but Nacho started courting her last year, and the two have been devoted ever since. Oh, that is so beautiful, and wraps up your news for this hour. Let's check in with your sports.
Thanks, Chris. Let's quickly take another look at your sports stories for this Thursday morning. Starting with rugby news, two-time Rugby World Cup winning captain Siya Kolisi will lead the Springboks in their incoming series against Ireland on the 6th of July, and that's in Pretoria, and that is confirmed by coach Rassie Erasmus. Now, despite speculation, Kolisi, who plays for Racing 92, retains the captaincy. Erasmus also provided positive injury updates. Cheslin Colby is clear to play, and Edward van der Merwe, Faf de Klerk and Makazole Mompimpi are expected to be available for that first Ireland test. Looking forward to that one. And then in football news, Bafana started their COSAFA Cup campaign with a 1-1 draw against Mozambique at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. Rishwan Dortley put Bafana ahead, but Chamito Alfadega equalised for the Mambas in the second half. Now, the result leaves both teams, along with Botswana and Eswatini, tied with 1 point each in Group A, and Bafana will now face Botswana next, while Mozambique takes on Eswatini on Saturday, the 29th of June. Don't miss that match for sure. Over in football as well, staying there, Georgia's stunning debut at Euro 2024 continued as they secured a spot in the last 16 with a 2-0 victory over Portugal. Kavicka Kvaratskhelia opened the scoring early on, followed by Georgia's Makartadze converting a penalty. And despite Portugal's efforts, though, Georgia's resilient defence and swift counter-attacks sealed their historic win, setting up a clash against Spain in the next round. Then in cricket news, the Proteas reached their top T20 Cricket World Cup final for the first time with a commanding 9-wicket victory over Afghanistan, and that's at Trinidad's Brian Lara Stadium. The Proteas bowled out Afghanistan for 56 thanks to stellar performances from Tabrez Shamsi 3 for 6 and Marco Jansen 3 for 16. Now, in return, the Proteas easily chased down the target, finishing on 60 for 1. And now they will face either England or India in the final on Saturday in Barbados. That is your sports and news headlines for this Thursday morning. Let's quickly take another look at your traffic. Well, the traffic should be waking up on the roads, hopefully nothing too serious.
Well, thank you, Ewan, for that. Let's have a look at what's happening on your roads. And we're out in Germiston in Gauteng, where there has been a multi-vehicle accident on the N3 northbound after ramp to Van Buren. 2 lanes are closed, so traffic is slow moving. Do allow for some added travel time. That wraps up your roads. Let's have a look at what's happening in your weather. Now, the South African Weather Service has issued only one warning for today. Extreme high fire danger conditions are expected over the Richardsveld, Namakwa and Kamiesberg municipalities of the Northern Cape. A morning fog can be expected in the southern parts of Gauteng, the Western Cape and the interior of KwaZulu-Natal, as well as areas south of the escarpment in the eastern half, as well as the southern interior of the Eastern Cape. Now, the Western Cape can expect some rain over the weekend, so brace yourselves. And that wraps up your weather weather for this morning and leads us beautifully into our sunrise view of this hour. Now, this one is out in Roodepoort from Dalveen. Looks like she's on her way to work right now. I love it as the morning is saying hello. It's almost time for the weekend. Thank you, Dalveen, so much for sharing your morning with us, and we wish you a beautiful day ahead. Remember to continue sharing your morning views with us on 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's have a look at what your temperatures are going to be like for today. Rainy season is coming back again in the Western Cape. I'm not looking forward to that at all. The rain, man, it can go away. Well, coming up, of course, we've got Dr. Savannah still on the way. She's going to be on your screens for a little bit, talking to us about managing congestion. And of course, she's no stranger to your screens. It's always good when we get to share the screen together. So make sure that you don't go anywhere. We'll see you after this.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Of course, it's Expresso on S3. And today we're diving into a topic that I think affects us all, especially during this time of year, managing congestion. Now, congestion can be a real headache, but there are always ways to manage it effectively. And thankfully, we've got your back because we've got the good doc in studio. Dr. Savannah Smith-Simon is here to share some expert advice. Doc, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
We love a familiar face, especially when we're talking about something so familiar like congestion. Tell me, what causes it? Because I know that many people struggle with it. What is actually the root cause of this?
So whether it be nasal congestion or chest congestion, basically common colds, flus, your sinusitis, and then we can look at the allergies like hay fever or exposure to environmental or home triggers even. And then I think a lot of people don't realize that pregnancy as well can cause congestion. So when you're pregnant, there's these fluctuations in hormones that increases the blood supply to your nose and causes congestion during pregnancy as well.
Sure. I feel like you've covered every person in the population now. It, of course, is something that many people have to unfortunately experience, but the good news is that we can manage it, of course. What are some ways, Doc, that we can manage congestion?
So if we just, at home, you could maybe just increase your hydration. So make sure that you keep hydrated. If you're hydrated, you're thinning those secretions out, so it just makes it easier to get them out. And if you think of home things as well, like steaming or using a humidifier with eucalyptus can also be helpful. But if you are asthmatic, I would first chat to your doctor about doing that. And then there's so many over-the-counter medications that you could try. Nasal sprays, antihistamines, cough syrups, lots and lots of them.
Amazing. I was going to ask you, because I'm definitely like a DIY queen. I love doing some home remedies as well. But sometimes you have to just head to the pharmacy, right, and get those over the counter. So if you can go through those again, maybe just to remind us what we need to tick off the next time we head to the pharmacy.
Perfect. So I'm a big fan of nasal, the saline irrigations. They can be used across the board, all ages. Maybe if it's a baby, maybe the nasal suctioning, but really good at irrigating your nasal cavity to get those secretions out. Then you get nasal decongestant sprays, and these are amazing short term. However, if there's one take-home point today, it's that these can only be used for a maximum of 3 to 5 days, or they cause something called rebound congestion. And that actually makes your nose more blocked when you're using it for longer than 5 days at a time. So if you're looking for something more long-term, then you get the nasal steroid sprays. And these are really good at decreasing the inflammation in your nasal cavity and long-term use for congestion, so something that you could use every day. Oral antihistamines are also really good, decreases the histamine levels in your body. Histamine is actually responsible for your allergy response in the body. So if you decrease that allergy response, you're actually decreasing some of the symptoms of hay fever or allergies, like congestion. And then I think cough syrups are also really good.
I was going to ask you about this.
So there's different forms of cough syrups, but these can actually thin the secretions in your airways, getting it like thinner and easier to actually get those secretions out. So lots of things that you could try.
Doc, well, in the beginning of this, you did talk about environmental factors that we have to also consider. Can you remind us what those are, and can we avoid them by any cost, or if we definitely can't, what do we do?
So there's lots of household and environmental factors, and we call them your allergy triggers. Lots of people know who suffer from hay fever, they've got triggers, whether that be dust, mold, pet dander, grass, pollen, there are so many. But I think if you're known with one of those triggers, it's so important that if you do have a dust allergy, make sure that you avoid carpets in your home. If you do have carpets, try and vacuum at least 2 to 3 times a week. If you do have a pet dander sensitivity, avoid feathered or furred pets, which is really hard. But if you do decide to have pets, limiting your pets in different parts of your home. So try not to let them go into the bedroom. And then you get dehumidifiers for mold, which is really good for your bathrooms. And then you also get these really cool air cleaning devices which you can purchase, and they actually help to filter out allergy particles in your home, making it a safer environment for yourself.
Oh my goodness, I can just see people going tick, tick, tick. This is exactly what I'm going to have to get for winter. I think whether you're congested or not, it's definitely some great tips that we can all take, especially mold in Cape Town. You've seen how bad it really gets. Is there any point that you reach that you realize I actually need medical attention?
Definitely. If you've tried these over-the-counter medications, it's definitely important to go and see your doctor. So you can chat about other management techniques, or maybe you need a referral to an ENT for other workup. So definitely, I would advise that seeing your doctor is important as well.
Oh, that is so great. Thank you, Doc, always for being here and sharing the good news, because we're not going to ever leave you stranded, of course. Now, speaking of, we have a little competition moment for you to participate in. I can't wait for you to get involved. You can stand a chance to win 4,000 Rand in cash. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages and tell us this. Do you often struggle with a cough when you get sick with flu and cold? And how does Epigen help treat it? And don't forget to, of course, use that hashtag #OTCWinter. Now, this competition does close on Monday, the 1st of July, and all T's and C's can, of course, be found on expressoshow.com. Thank you so much, Doc, once again, for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Carissa. Well, if you're tuning in right now for the first time, we have a very special treat for you today. We are joined by three incredible adventurers, because that's exactly who they are. They have taken snack time to a whole new level. And this morning, once again, we are welcoming James Weller, Karen Chang, and James Spence, who have been on an epic journey, driving all the way from London to Cape Town in a car called Edna. We just want to take a quick pause on this morning, a quick moment to reflect. First and foremost, guys, welcome. Again, for those who's also tuning in right now, it's lovely to have you guys and just unpacking your journey. It's been incredible. But snack time. We got to talk about this. We spoke about the food that you had. I heard earlier on with your chat with Carissa, spicy foods, not so much on your palate. So Ghanaian food was the thing that you guys went for, right? What did you guys do for snacks on the road? I mean, did you have a cooler box with just a bunch of snacks? How did you manage that with the camp?
Yeah, so we put a fridge in the back of Edna. So it's pretty, I think maybe 40-litre fridge, so we could stock it up with all our drinks for the road, snacks for lunch, and then for making dinners in the evenings, because a lot of time we'd be camping. So we'd be cooking our own food in the evening. So we kind of went with our sort of British recipes, didn't we?
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of bangers and mash, or fish fingers and chips.
Okay.
Yeah. Karen, what else did you like to cook? Some risottos.
A lot of steaks.
Yeah, a lot of steaks. Yeah.
But there were a few points in the trip where we hadn't really stocked up very well, and we kind of went a bit hungry, but just because we didn't really have anything to eat. So.
Yeah.
So we have like emergency rations where, you know, a lot of the times we cook with meat, and you know, when we haven't stocked up in a supermarket, we'll have emergency ration like, you know, tinned tuna, or like
tin
sort of
sausages,
like pasta sauce, or like luncheon meat.
All right. Well, I want to introduce you guys this morning to a firm South African favourite. It's called the Oma Rusk. Okay, you know what Oma is? Oma is grandmum. No, your grandmum, yeah, your nan. So Oma Rusks, this is part of our culture. It's who we are, and we love dipping it. So you guys, I spoke to you guys off air a little bit. So we have two rusk versions this morning. It's the two of you. You've had rusk before.
I have, yes.
Okay, so you know what they are.
I do.
How would you describe a rusk?
Very, very hard biscuits.
Okay, so I almost want to leave it up to you to teach your fellow adventurers how to eat a rusk. But I first want to know, how do you eat it?
Well, I haven't had them very often. When I have had them, I would dip it in for a while, because it takes a while to soften up.
Okay.
And then when it's soft enough, I would nibble on it.
You got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it down. Okay, so let's go for it. So I'm going to go for it. So you say, and everyone's got their preference. Some like it a little bit more crunchy. Others like it a bit soft, you know. So I like mine to the point where it doesn't break off in your cup, because that's the worst, right? Yeah. So you want to just keep it there for a little while, let it soak up, and then I want you to give this a try. Because this is what you need. Early mornings before you head out on your road trip, you know, you're going to have to take a box of Oma Rusk with you now.
I think Spencer is a bit hungry.
There we go. Juicy. With a cup of coffee, side of the road in the wilderness.
Yeah, pretty good.
Definitely.
A bit like a shortbread.
Right?
But dry.
Is there anything similar that you guys have in London that as close as you can resembles a rusk?
I mean, we do love tea and biscuits, don't we? But they're usually a little bit softer, and you don't have to dip them.
Nice
I feel like with this, you kind of... Yeah.
No, exactly.
Although we do like dipping, don't we, usually?
Do you have it with tea as well, or just coffee?
And tea is amazing as well to have it with as well, yeah. So whilst we are taking a bit of a break here and we are chatting over a lovely, delicious Oma Rusk and a cup of coffee, so many adventures, I mean, crammed into this trip of yours, but there are obviously with a trip like this, these standout moments, you know, things that really caught your attention and that you're going to be talking about for a while. And I know the trip as a whole is one of those, but is there a standout experience that you guys had along the way?
I think maybe we have one each, or my personal one was when we got stuck in the mud in Ivory Coast. Car got stuck in the mud for 12 hours. We'd sunk right down to the side steps, and we completely stuck. Some local people came and found us, and basically they didn't ask for anything, but they just wanted to help us get out, and so they brought the whole village to come and push the car out of the mud and rescue us, and if they hadn't, then we'd have been completely stuck.
Oh, wow.
So I think that kindness that they showed us, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want anything, they just wanted to be nice.
So what did you find with regards to, I mean, these challenges that you face, but the people and the communities, I mean, so willing to help, it looks like it from what I hear.
Yeah. I think because we did a lot of camping, often we had to try and find quite quiet areas where we sort of weren't necessarily that close to people, because you can't just pitch up anywhere. So a lot of the time we were actually just kind of spending time on our own. So, but like we said, when we did have encounters with people, you know, often we were very, very friendly, generous.
And excited to hear about the journey, right?
Yeah.
And most people have never, you know, obviously met people that have driven all the way from London to their community. So I think they're really shocked by it.
Because it's quite a spectacle when you drive up and you pull up to a town or a village. I'm looking at the visuals there, and Edna was literally almost broken in half.
Yeah, that's the other.
I mean, for anyone, even if it's just driving from home to work, I mean, you can see that, I mean, that looks beautiful, but driving from home to work, if you have got car trouble, it's a big issue. But now you're literally in the middle of a massive continent. You don't know what's going on. So how did you guys go about repairing Edna, and how did that work? Did you guys have to shop around, ask around?
Well, so basically it was a disaster. It was the, it was the worst
to
thing.
put it mildly, yeah.
Of all the things that could have happened, I think that was probably the worst.
Yeah, we never expected the chassis would snap.
Completely snap in half. But we were in a major city, so we're in Yaoundé in Cameroon. So there are a lot of potential people that could help us. So we actually found the hotel where we were staying, the hotel manager knew a local mechanic who then came and checked out the car and said, it's a massive job, but I can do it for you guys. And so we trusted him for the next 4 days to get it all patched up.
Because, I mean, this is a whole chassis repair, almost.
Yeah, but since that, it has been, you know, very good. They did a great job, and it got us all the way here, so... Yeah.
They need a medal, right?
Yeah,
or
for sure.
Yeah.
I think Edna needs to go stand in some museum or somewhere because, man, she got you guys here safe.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much. Enjoy the rusk, enjoy the coffee. You guys are not going to go anywhere just yet. And we really wish you all the best for the further travels. But like I said, we're still going to have you in the kitchen. Bit of a challenge for them a little bit later on. But for you at home, don't forget, we are giving you the chance to win 2,000 Rand cash and an incredible hamper. All you need to do is reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages and tell us which Oma Rusk flavour is the first to disappear in your family home, because it is the family firm favourite. I mean, the buttermilk for me, definitely. Now, don't forget to include that hashtag Oma Dipping Delicious. This competition closes tomorrow. That's the 28th of June. And what you can do is you can check out expressoshow.com for all those terms and conditions. Cheers.
Oma Rusks, the ultimate snack time treat. Dipping delicious, tasty, filling, satisfying.
Still to come your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're going to get into chats with Catherine Madley all around halfway day sales. Can't wait to get into that. Not only that, I mean, you've seen them looking sparkly and beautiful behind me. We still have Dope St. Jude and her crew to perform for us to make your morning feel even better. Don't go anywhere.
Bring your business ideas to life. Print your inspirations from your phone with a printer that has the right ingredients. Get mouth-watering printouts and up to 3 years of printing already included. HP Smart Tank.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast
Welcome back. You tune into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. And right now we have some rather thrilling news for all of you savvy shoppers out there. Now this Friday, the 28th of June, i.e. tomorrow, marks the start of Game's halfway day sale, and it is also extending into Macro and Builders for an entire weekend of incredible savings, both in store and online.
Oh man, to celebrate the halfway mark of the year, they're giving more South Africans the chance to save big on must-have items. So please help me in welcoming Vice President of Marketing, Catherine Madley, to give us all the inside scoop. Welcome, Catherine. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, good to have you.
This is an exciting time for South Africans.
Let's go shop. I'm itching. I can't believe it. We're halfway through the year.
Yes.
And here we are, and obviously the halfway day sale is also now on. I mean, this is where we can now really stock up for the rest of the year and what's to come. So what can we expect from this halfway day sale? I mean, to put in a kind of broad perspective, I suppose.
So our strategy is to really support South Africans in the middle of the year. It's the middle of winter. We've just gone through the solstice. Halfway day is upon us. We introduced this 3 years ago with Game, and then it rolled into Macro, and now into Builders, and even our cash and carry stores do this. So there's three really big parts to halfway day. The first big part is the winter part. So you'll see in Macro and in Game and in Builders, all your heaters. In Macro and Game, you'll see your blankets and your beddings and your track suits, and all of those things to make winter as comfortable and as cozy as possible. And then there's a really big play on food, a much bigger play on food this year relative to prior years. So Macro has put in a big extra a piece of specials. I am very proud of saying that Macro has been the cheapest basket 13 months in a row. Wow. So that's a consistent level of giving customers a lot back, saving them money so that they can live better. But now Macro is really bringing some exciting things to fill your pantry, also to fill your cleaning product needs, baby and toiletries. But there's some really nice little goodies in, like a kilogram of hot chocolate. Who doesn't want a kilogram of hot chocolate at Macro? And there's even a kilogram of lint, by the way.
Don't tell me that, Catherine. I don't want to hear that. It's not good for my waistline.
You see, I wanted to ask what are some of the, because there's so much on offer, but I wanted to ask what are some of the standout ones for you personally, but I think you've kind of highlighted the ones that I love already.
Yeah, but also very standout ones are large appliances. So, there's a great deal of effort that's gone into your washing machines, your tumble dryers, your fridges, and, microwaves, kettles, toasters, as Game and Macro are very famous for doing so. And then Builders is new this year, standing out to really, it's time for your bathroom to get replenished, your home to get replenished. And who doesn't want a gas heater for less than R1,000?
I mean, come on, you're speaking our language. One thing I love about you, Catherine, is that you guys are really putting the consumer first, and I think that's very apparent in everything that you do. South Africans are a different kind of market, and you catering to our exact needs. So I'm wondering what inspired this halfway day sale.
Yeah, so it came about 3 years ago from one of our agencies. We just went, wow, nobody in the world does anything for the halfway. We have a New Year's Day, we have a New Year's party, but what about just stopping just for a moment in the middle of the year and saying, wow, we've made it to the halfway point. It's downhill from here to Decembering, which we all love in South Africa. So the idea started to germinate there, and it started with Game 3 years ago. It was a massive success, and now it's rolled across our 4 banners, and there's a major concerted effort. We want to give customers, we want customers to save money every day so that they can live better. This is not a one-hit wonder. It's a consistent strategy, but we do like to just bring something spectacular for halfway day on the 28th of June, running into the 29th and 30th, while stocks last, they are limited.
Yeah, I got to put that in there as well because I'm here for a good deal.
Yeah.
I really am here for a good deal. I mean, when it comes to builders, I mean, I don't even need anything, but I mean, I can go walk around there for hours.
It's one of those, it tells you what you need.
Yeah, and
when
if
you
there's
walk
massive
in.
specials, you are going to walk out with something that you might not have planned on buying just because it's so good. But I got to also ask you, I mean, this is not only for, you know, getting people into the stores, it's online as well, right? So how does that play into the halfway day sale?
So the online will break at midnight. So the online people actually get first dibs.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
So on the 28th, it'll break at midnight, a macro game and builders. So then customers can buy that stock online and then, you know, wait for it to get delivered. Or they can choose pickup. Some customers like to pick up, and then stores will be open. But when it's gone, it's gone.
That's
so
the thing.
you do need to go in there. I mean, I have not seen TV prices like this. There is something for everybody with the Olympics coming up and the Euros coming up. Whether you're getting a huge 75-inch TV at game for less than 30, yes, exactly, less than 13,000 Rand, and then going down to your 65s and your 55s. Game and macro have got you covered over there.
Any vacuum cleaners?
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I'm in the market for a hydro vac.
There's an amazing range of vacuum cleaners at Builders and Game. Really, there is actually.
I love
you
that.
mentioned that.
Also, just peeking at adulting right now on my side, I'm like, there are things that I need that I don't quite have yet, and I think I'm definitely going to need to stop by all these stores, especially those detergents. Like, we forget that we run out so quickly. So I love that you've ticked off all the boxes. Catherine, thank you for joining us today. That's
My pleasure.
I just love the things we get excited
I
for
know,
nowadays.
that's when we know you're an adult,
back in the day, you get excited for where we're going to go jewel.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what specials on a vacuum cleaner or some detergent? I mean, I love
Washing
it.
machine, tell me more. Please remind us of those dates again, Catherine, that you mentioned.
So the deals break on the 28th on Friday. So that's when it all goes down while stocks last. But we'll run through on Saturday and Sunday, you know, if the stock is there. But I do encourage customers to come on Friday, but it is Friday, Saturday and Sunday at Game, Macro, Builders and our cash and carry stores.
And online from 12 o'clock.
Online from midnight.
From like now. It's around the corner.
Oh, the countdown begins.
Yo, where's my calendar? Hang on.
Exactly. Remember to mark your calendars for June 28th and don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to save. Whether you're shopping in-store or online, Game has got you covered with great deals and fantastic service. So happy shopping, everyone.
Right, well, if you were wondering, you are still tuned in to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on S3. And it is now that time. Our amazing guest, she is so talented, Dope St. Jude. She's ready to blow us away with her very first performance for the day. So please make some noise.
Hi, I'm Dope St. Jude, and this is my incredible band. The song I'm about to perform is called For You. I wrote the song in honor of my late mother and my late grandmother, and also for all the women that came before us. For you.
I go to war for you. I go to war for you. For all the things they put you through. I go to war. I go to war. I'ma let them know now that I'm here to stay. I'ma sing it to your face like a cabaret. Let these words ring true, let them penetrate. I don't hesitate, do it like a renegade. If it's good in my heart, let it elevate. If it's dark in my soul, let it desecrate. Cause I love how it feels when I disobey. Shouldn't do it, but I like to do it anyway. I'm a soldier, a fighter, a beast. I'm ready, I came here to feast. Baptized, my passions increased. Ancestors behind me, my power released. Say, oh, 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 I feel alive. Say, oh, 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 I'm hypnotized. Say, oh, 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 I feel alive. Yeah. Take me higher, take me higher. Oh, 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 I feel alive. Say, oh, 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 I'm hypnotized.
by hate. I'm a soldier, a fighter, a beast. I'm ready, I came here to feast. Baptized, my passions increased. Ancestors behind me, my power released. Say, oh, 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 I feel alive. Say, oh, 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 I'm hypnotized. Say, oh, 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 I feel alive. Take me higher, take me higher. Oh, 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 I feel alive. Say, oh, 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 I'm hypnotized. Say, oh, 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 I feel alive. Take me higher. I go to war for you. I go to war, for you. For all the things they put you through. I go to war, I go to war. I go to war for you. I go to war, for you. For all the things they put you through. I go to war, I go to war. I go to war for you. I go to war, I'll go to war for you, baby. Put through all the things they put you through. I go to war for you. I'll go to war for all the things you put me through. I go to war. I'ma only speak the truth, let it resonate. When I say it with my chest, let it captivate. All the women in my line, I must emulate. When I find my own voice in their spirit, I can celebrate. I'ma only speak the truth, let it resonate. When I say it with my chest, let it captivate. All the women in my line, I must emulate. When I find my own voice in their spirit, I can celebrate. This next song is called Inside. And I wrote this song for young women who are struggling to find their way in the world. With young women struggling with societal norms, for young women who are looking for themselves. Remember, the answer is always inside. My mom always said, be strong, be brave, and I add, don't always behave. Inside. Forget all the girls in school who thought they were cool because they had straight hair. But who's the fool now? Who's the fool now? My mama said beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. My mama said beauty's on the inside. Little girl, you've got big, big dreams. Train right 9063. Why do they laugh at me? Joker, the joke's on you now. I got hurt in my heart, won't lie. Maybe that's why I act so quiet. Maybe that's why I live my life like I don't got to lose. Now isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Forget all the girls in school who thought they were cool because they had straight hair. But who's the fool now? Who is the fool now? My mama said beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. Beauty's on the inside. inside. Beauty's on the inside. My mama said beauty's on the inside.
Yes.
Wow.
That is a word if ever I've heard any. Please take a bow, Dope St. Jude.
Wow.
Beauty's on the inside.
Beauty is on the inside, man. That is beautiful. What a powerful song. What a powerful song. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
And we've got still so much more with Dope St. Jude on the way. Not only that, Grant Hydes comes through, because of course we've got to see those tech secrets to elevate our hustle. How else are we going to make more money if we don't have our tech secrets?
No, for sure, man. You got to get the best of the best, I'm saying. And then we just heard about some incredible specials that you can expect this week in the halfway day sale. But we are going to be heading to Builders with Ndie and Kutle, and we bring you Power Tools 101. So if you've got a bit of a DIY project at home, you need the right tools, just like you do for your hustle. You need the tech, you need the tools for your house. If you don't know where to start, well, we're going to sort you out after the break.
Bring your business ideas to life. Print your inspirations from your phone with a printer that has the right ingredients. Get mouth-watering printouts and up to 3 years of printing already included. HP Smart Tank.
Hustlers unite. Did you know that 56% of the middle-class population in this country derive their income from multiple sources? We're a nation of hustlers. And whether you have the fast-paced life of an entrepreneur or maybe you just work from home, as a contemporary side hustler, you're going to need the right equipment to help you reach success. And the HP Smart Tank device is what you need, what we all need. And here to tell us a bit more is our tech enthusiast, professional gamer. He's our guru, Grant Hydes. Hey! This is like full circle for me. The fact that we are talking about printers being the coolest tech out, I love it, because where the technology and simplification of where technology is now can be applied to this, and it just unleashes it, man.
Yeah, like this is the one space where I think there's been a huge need for innovation, because we need printers, we need physical copies of this digital world that we have. Yeah. Things don't just get lost in this digital space. We have to hand over forms, we've got to show clients really good like mock-ups, we've got to hand our portfolios and our CVs
products need little labels.
Yes, there's lots of cool things.
So what screams side hustle for you from this little kind of wingman that we can have in our business suite?
Well, firstly, it's super easy to use, and it comes with an app. So you use the HP Smart app, and you can print from anywhere in the world as long as you're connected online. Actually, if you've got documents on your phone, which we all do, right? We carry our documents on our phone. You can push them to the printer wherever you are, super conveniently.
What a small business or any business needs is cost effectiveness. We need to know that it's going to be great economically. and hassle-free. And there is a stigma around printers for a reason of old. When I say hassle-free, how does the tank pull that off?
HP have kind of met this at every angle. So you can see at the front here, there are all the different colors. So this is CMYK. So if you're into printing, you understand. Cyan, magenta, yellow, black. That's all the colors you need to print whatever you need to.
The full range of,
And you can see that that's where the ink line is. And you can get ink top-up bottles where you can top these up very affordably. And when you buy this straight off the bat, you get 3 years worth of printing. And it's got a 3-year warranty once you've registered your printer. And using the HP Smart app, you can get your instant ink supplies from the app, because once you've registered which printer you have, it knows which inks you need. Because that's one of the complications I used to have, was like, what inks do I need to buy?
You always need an expert to come and translate.
I don't need that anymore. I can just quickly go to the app and make sure that I've bought the ink that I need.
You're a creative in every sense. You're a professional yourself in that sense. And I love the fact, I think content creators owe you a debt of gratitude, because you were one of the first to kind of make it a real thing for the creatives that are wanting to make that idea come to life, but also manage the business around it. This feels like the ideal multitasking tool.
Yes, and one of my favorite things is that I don't like thinking about stuff that's going to do my administration for me. HP have thought about it for you. So being able to just go, this is my go-to, I'm going to go through the app, I'm just going to get something printed, I'm going to get something scanned or copied. I can just do it straight with this device and not think too much about it or troubleshoot every time I need to print something. That is what makes my job as a creative easier. As you're saying, 56% of all South Africans have side hustles. We don't have time to fidget with the things that should just work.
And often it's those little gateways that can let you down when you don't have the PDF printed with you, when you didn't do that thing, tick that box, figuratively speaking. When you talk about remote, that's something that I'm thinking now as a business owner could be a game changer while you're out busy doing your stuff. For me, one of the major pluses here. So how does it work? How do you do that through the app?
So I want to print a picture, like a really beautiful picture. I just go to print photos over here. I'm going to tap on that. It's access my camera roll, so I'll click on that photo. You can click on multiple photos, but let's do this one with these beautiful flowers. You can choose your orientation, whether it be landscape or portrait. Let's try fill that up on landscape, and then next, and print. And I could do this anywhere in the world, right? And can you see how quiet it is?
Absolutely beautiful.
HP have noticed that we do use our devices as workstations.
Completely,
and this is now an extension of our phones. So that's really exciting, and I'm glad that they have identified that.
And I got to say, dude, I know we've got a beautiful picture there, but the colors do pop. Just take a look at that. Wow. It's a tank, baby. Thank you so much. Absolutely beautiful piece of hardware with the software to back it up. Stand a chance to win yourself an HP Smart Tank 530 printer worth 4,499 Rand. After all you've heard, I'm sure you are dying to get your hands on it. All you need to do is tell us how this printer will help you bring your ideas to life for your side hustle. Remember to use the all-important qualifying hashtag HP Smart Tank. And of course, you can find all the T's and C's on expressoshow.com. This one closes on Sunday, the 28th of July. Now, HP Smart Tank is special.
It is special. It really is special. If you really want to, take your hustling game to the next level, then this is a piece of equipment that you really need. But speaking of hustle, it is also time to complete that home DIY that you've been putting off for far too long. We all know. We'll do it.
We do.
Right?
We start the plan, we never complete it, do we? Well, it's Builders Do Day, and today we're diving into the world of power tools. From drills to saws, Ndie and Kutle show us how to use them like a pro.
Hey. So whether you are a seasoned builder or just starting out, they've got incredible tips and tricks for everyone, for you at home as well, to finish that DIY. So grab your safety gear and join us for a bit of a hands-on, power-packed session. Let's go.
Good
Good morning, Expresso family. Today we are at Builders Rivonia, about to dive into the world of power tools with the latest from Einhal. And here to help us navigate these amazing tools is our favorite DIY expert, Dee.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm excited to show you and our viewers the amazing tools that Builders has got to offer. This will make any DIY project a breeze. So let's get to it.
I am so excited to get into today's DIY lesson with Einhal.
You're going to enjoy it.
Yes. They are known for innovative and reliable tools.
Let me actually show you this. This is basically the heart of Einhal, the whole ecosystem. What it does is that this is the power exchange starter kit. So you need this to power up many different power tools as well, and also your gardening tools as well. So this is perfect. You don't need to be powered up with cords and everything. This is cordless. So that's the beauty of it all. The first step, we're going to use our 2.5 per exchange battery. It's fully charged and ready to go. And then we're going to use it and integrate it with the cordless hot air gun. So this is a perfect integration. You can, if you're using it non-stop, it can last about more than an hour and a half. So which is a long time, which is very good. So I'm going to show you a quick demonstration how we're going to remove paint on using our hot air gun. The first and important thing is safety. Safety is one of the most crucial things when you're working with any power tools. Make sure you have protective wear, make sure you have your gloves, your mask, and also your goggles as well.
All right, Dee, I want to see more tools in action. What's next?
So I'm going to show you a cordless multifunctional tool. So this tool, you'll be able to do your sanding, you'll be able to do your scraping, and also your cutting as well, all in one tool. Within the box, you have these multiple accessories that you can interchange with as well. Use the correct tools for the correct project. That's very important because you don't want to mix and match accessories, especially with a multifunctional tool. Use the correct accessory for what you're working with. Basically, I'm going to use my battery. I'm going to change this out. So I'm going to use it for the same multifunctional tool, so which is very convenient. There's a magnetic field here where you're able to put in, and then your attachment will just hold. To lock it up, just turn this up. Depending on what project you're working with, there's many different speed variations as well, which is amazing. And with your power exchange battery, this is the 2.5 amp and it's an 18-volt battery. So you're able to see how much power charge are you left with based on the light signals there. So which is very convenient, especially if you're working off-site. I'm going to switch up to the sanding part of it. So with the sanding, this is perfect for doing the nice final finishes, and also if you want to remove material. So basically sanding is removing material. So the sanding papers comes in different sizes and also texture differences as well. So that's something you need to note of as well.
It's like having multiple tools in one.
No more regular tool maintenance. So that's very important because you don't just throw away your tools. You need to clean them out prior to you storing them away. That's very important.
We have our viewers who have questions as well, who need a helping hand from you. First question, can the cordless jigsaw handle thick materials?
Oh, that's a brilliant question. Yes, it can. So the purpose of a cordless jigsaw is just to cut material. So either you're cutting wood or plastic, whatever you're cutting. So, but the trick is make sure that you use the correct blade size. That's the most important part, especially when you're working with a cordless jigsaw.
The next question, Dee, how long does the battery last on the cordless impact drill?
So Kuhle, if you're using a 2.5 amp hour cordless impact drill, you can have about 1 hour of work time. And the trick is, if you want to have more time on that, have a spare battery on hand. That will be coming very handy.
And finally, is the cordless sander effective for finishing furniture?
Most definitely, Kuhle. A cordless sander is one of my favorite tools as well because it's perfect for those final touches. What it does is just it removes material. And because it's cordless, you can carry it around wherever you are. So you don't have to be worrying about electricity or cords or anything. So it's perfect for that sort of flexibility.
Dee, you are awesome, man. Thank you so much for those insights and demonstrations. Truly, the Einhal range makes DIY projects easier and more effective.
Thank you so much, Kuhle. I really enjoyed that. It was so much fun doing the demonstrations. And please know that all the tools that you saw today, they are available here at Builders in store and also online as well.
Right, I don't know about you, but we all feel empowered this morning with those epic tools. So make a turn there at Builders. We're going to take a very quick break. After all of that, when we come back, how does this sound? A whipped coffee martini.
Oh, can I have two, please? That sounds delicious.
We'll make two. It's on its way. I mean, look at that.
Yum,
Definitely
yum,
something that you need in your space this morning, for sure.
And something to wake us up this morning. I absolutely love it. Another thing that's going to wake us up and feel good. We still have Dope St. Jude performing one more song for us called Happy Day. It's going to be a happy day, isn't it? Only if you stick around. So we'll see you after this.
Be your own handy hero at home this June and stand a chance of winning 10,000 Rand every week with Plascon and the Expresso Morning Show. Answer the weekly competition question on our social media platforms using hashtag PlasconSA to enter the draw. You can only win if you follow Plascon SA on Facebook and Instagram. Weekly entries close midday Fridays. That's 4 chances to win big with Plascon. T's and C's to be found on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on S3. We're about to whip up something delicious in the kitchen. But before we do anything else, a point of order, gear up and get ready for disky action by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 744 for an estimated jackpot of 760,000 Rand this Thursday, today. Yes, now you could score really big and stand a chance to hashtag BNJ game. Now you can play your favorite Sports Stake 8 game in store on the National Lottery.co.za website or even the mobile app for your shot at winning the estimated huge amount of 760,000 Rand jackpot. Go ahead, play now and hashtag BNJ game.
Well, we definitely need to get involved in the kitchen. We've got our wonderful Faith with us. And of course, the chef is going to take us through all this delicious recipe. I can't wait to get into what we have for you today. Well, whether it is to entertain your family and friends or simply to indulge in something delicious, this whipped coffee martini is brewed to perfection, of course, with hashtag Jacobs. And joining us in the kitchen once more is the talented Hatson chef. And chef, you see, I'm gonna get it right. I'm gonna get it right. Let me do it again. Is our Hats and Shades chef. Make some noise. Thank you so much for being here, chef.
Thank you for having me.
We've got to get into this to wake us up on this wonderful Thursday morning. The weekend is around the corner, so of course we've got something very special. Yes. First of all, we're here for the glasses.
The martini glasses are so good.
We are weekend ready if ever you've seen it. Okay, chef, where do we begin?
Okay, so we're gonna start with our Jacobs.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna, okay.
And how much should we go for? Because I am very light on coffee.
Do you like your coffee strong? I love mine really strong.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons.
Okay, I'll do 1. I'm gonna do 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So I'm gonna pour 2 in here.
Okay, let me
That's
go for
for
my
you.
1.
Okay.
Delicious. It already smells good. I mean, what else are we
smells
adding?
amazing. Then we're gonna add our sugar.
Okay.
All right.
And
I
this
love my
depends on the
sugar also.
sweetness?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just add. Please don't judge me. I'll add 3. Okay.
I'll go for 1.5.
Okay. Then you add your hot water.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Lovely.
Then we're gonna whisk it until it thickens. All right.
So now we get that upper.
Yeah. So now we're working our arms. Work.
I got it working.
All right.
I'm working a little bit too hard.
It's okay.
Sorry,
I also
my
get too
bad.
excited sometimes. Okay, so now you're just going to make sure that thickens.
When you say thickens, what do you mean?
It needs to be like, you see, it's almost there.
Oh, I see.
It's almost there. Like
Clearly
once
I've
you see
skipped
that
on
full,
there.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no. Okay, all right then. So then what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take our shaker, because martini, honey.
Yes.
All right. Then
Shaken,
we
not
add,
stirred.
Yeah. So then we add our ice. Love me a good martini. Okay. There we go. Then we add our coffee liqueur.
Okay.
There we go. Right.
That smells good.
Then we're gonna shake our arms again.
Okay.
Arms. Okay.
I didn't come here for a workout, chef, but here we are. 3,
Let's go.
2, 1. Let's go.
Okay. Woo! So excited.
So what are we looking for here? Just for it to foam
yeah.
up?
There we go. Just for it to foam up. And it's also gonna be so delicious, like, because it's gonna be like a bit cold. You know, you like it a bit cold. Okay. Then we grab our gorgeous martini glasses, right? Then we pour our mixture in there.
First.
There we go.
Well, we're smelling so good in the kitchen right now,
smells amazing.
aren't we? And the aroma of the Jacob's Kroning is invitingly deep with notes of dark chocolate, delicious, and a pleasant earthiness. Overall, Jacob's Kroning is prized for its robust flavor that remains smooth and enjoyable, making it a popular choice among many coffee enthusiasts, South Africa and the world over, I would even say. Okay, so we go in with the coffee and then we go in.
Oh, look at
with
how
the
good
ice
that,
as well?
With the ice, honey. With the ice.
Oh, I didn't even try, and this looks so good.
So good.
This is a crowd pleaser for sure.
So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our cream.
Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better.
It keeps getting better and better. Look how good that looks.
Let me see how you do this, chef. I'm gonna mess it up.
There we go.
Okay,
No, you don't. It's your drink. Do whatever you want. with
Okay,
it.
thank you for giving me the liberty. Now I'm gonna go crazy.
Go crazy. Go crazy.
Oh, a little bit too crazy, might spill.
Okay, it's okay. It can spill. Then lastly, you just add your chocolate shavings. Oh,
Some in my mouth first, though.
Let's also taste. Let me also taste.
Delicious.
How good does that look?
Well, we can't drink alone. I've got to invite Ewan in to taste our masterpiece. Ewan, are you ready for some coffee martini?
Oh, look at that. I feel all kinds of James Bond.
Yes.
Thank you, Faith. How's it going?
Good, good.
Yeah, nice to see you. This looks...
007.
Is there a specific way that I should take on this
just go for
sipping
it.
challenge?
Go for it.
Just go for it.
Go for it, like you're having your favorite martini.
Okay, wait,
So all
hang
in
on,
one go,
hang on.
essentially.
Let's do this. There we go. We'll look at it first.
Okay.
Ooh,
Speak to it nice, too.
It looks like it's alive. Oh, alive with flavour. Sorry, I should just go for it, right?
Yes.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, go for another sip.
Do I have
Isn't
something
it
in my face?
delicious? Just sad.
No.
Let's
No,
go for a
nothing.
deeper sip. Let's go.
Keep going.
Yummy! Well, this full recipe is available on expressoshow.com.
Wow.
We're going to continue waking up this morning and make sure that you do this too. Head over to our website, of course, and make yourself some whipped coffee martini. Cheers.
Find your wonderful. Jacob's Wunderbar.
Strong and delicious. Just like our performer that's coming up, Dope St. Jude's got a nice surprise for you. It's called Happy Day. We're going to have exactly that right now.
Hi, I'm Dope St. Jude, and this next track is called Happy Day. This song is about nurturing inner peace and hope that there are happier days ahead of us.
The only one in charge is me. The smile, the mood, the mind, the glee. I meditate to keep my peace. I run, reflect, I've got receipts. So who the are you to think that you can change my mood so quick? I run this game, I flip the switch. So not today, try me, kid. 'Cause I'll be damned if you ruin my day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. I'll be damned if you ruin my day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. The world outside is harsh and cold. Protect my mind, protect my soul. When everyone is on attack, I promise I will have my back. I promise I will show me grace. I promise to protect my space. And if they dare to break my wish, I promise I will. 'Cause I'll be damned if you ruin my day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. I'll be damned if you ruin my day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy day. Gonna have me a happy. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it fun? 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 Beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum. Isn't it wonderful, baby? Isn't it fun? Look at me marching, I do the beat of my drum.
Happy day, happy day, happy day indeed. My goodness, that was lovely.
So good.
Thanks,
Well
Dope
done,
St.
Dope
Jude.
St. Jude. I want to join the band. How do I do
Yeah?
that? Yeah,
You
sign
think
me
so?
up. Sign me up, please.
So which position would you take?
You know what, that drummer? I'm coming for your position.
Love it, love it. Thank you very much, guys. That was epic. So we're going to take a very quick break, and it is chilly, Carissa.
It is chilly, and we're going to beat that winter chill because we're talking all things puffer jackets. You saw me in a gorgeous one earlier this week. Of course, Ewan is rocking one today, and we're going to see what else Woolies has in store for us.
Yeah, and then our travelling trio, they are still here. And we did mention we're going to put them through a bit of a challenge, and this is the challenge, the Super M Bubblegum Milkshake Challenge. I hope you guys are ready for this one because I'm going to be tasting and testing, and we're going to announce an official winner. So let's see how that goes down in just a bit. Stick around, we'll see you now.
There are stories of believers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso right here on S3. Thank you for joining us. If you've just tuned in, and you're just in time for a bit of fun and a trip down memory lane at that as well. So remember the days when bubblegum was the ultimate sweet treat, right? If you think back to your childhood. Now, Clover is bringing back that nostalgia with the new Super M bubblegum flavor. Now, this delightful drink takes you on a journey down memory lane, evoking that fun of bubblegum and childhood favorite memories. Also in milkshakes. I mean, the bubblegum milkshake was always a firm favorite amongst kids, right? Now, this morning, James Willer, Karen Zhang, and James Spence, our trio of traveling friends, are ready for a tasty trip back in time with our epic bubblegum milkshake challenge. All right, gents, are you ready? Karen is going to be the one tasting a little bit later, but this is the challenge. So we have our Super M bubblegum flavor, and you're going to use that along with the ingredients that we've laid out. And this is up to you guys. You can do whatever you want, but I want a proper, beautiful milkshake that is going to really bring back memories for me as a child. All right, so you've got 2 minutes in total. So I'm going to start off with a minute, and then we're going to stop because there is a mystery ingredient that I'm going to give you after a minute. And it also depends on how well you use that mystery ingredient that is going to determine the winner.
Sounds good.
Are you ready?
Are you judging, or is it going to be Karen?
Myself and Karen will judge, yes.
Very good.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes.
I think so.
We're pretty competitive, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, are you ready? I'm going to start the clock. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Where do we start?
All right.
Maybe some of this?
That's it.
I don't really know what I'm doing here, but we're just going to give it a go.
Let's see if we can even use the blender.
Let's go. No, you know, I don't... Go.
I'm trying to think. I know probably more how to appeal to Karen than you.
Yeah.
She likes pretty things, right? And
okay.
So the presentation might be quite important.
Okay, some cream, 40 seconds left. You went with some condensed milk.
Yeah.
Some hundreds and thousands. Ooh, the mini mallows. Yeah. All right. And the ice cream. We have 30 seconds. Carry on there. All right.
More liquid.
Ooh, we have a whole smorgasbord of treats.
I want to. Shall I start blending now?
Go for it. Whatever you want. I'm going to stop you either way. So there's about 15 seconds left.
Get some cream.
Okay.
10, 9, 8. I'm going to drink that.
6, right, put it in here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And stop. Okay. So that's the first minute gone.
Okay.
Now we are going to bring in that mystery ingredient. Personally, I have no idea what it is. Okay, so I think, Karen, are you going to bring it in for us? Bring in here. Ooh, what do we have? What do we have? Some mystery ingredients.
Leave it in the middle.
Okay, so we have candy floss. My goodness, what do we have here? Blue mouth sherbet. Okay, everything blue. And what do we have here? Ooh, what is this, Karen?
I'm not sure.
Hey? Okay, so...
Chocolate?
It smells sweet.
Yeah,
I think it's white chocolate.
Is it? Melted white chocolate, maybe?
Ooh, it's like a sweetish, almost like a condensed milky. Okay, it's like a white chocolatey thing. I don't know, but it's up to you. So you can choose either to incorporate... okay, so you choose out of the bowl, I've been told. So which one...
It's random.
Yeah, so which one are
so
you...
we're doing the random...
Fine, okay.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, so you choose out of the bowl there, and then we'll see what you are left with. But those are the ingredients.
I've got melted white chocolate on mine.
Okay, and you've got candy floss. Righto, so grab those ingredients. Perfect.
I think I know which I would choose.
Yeah.
Yes, and now, thanks, Karen. Now we're going to start the timer again. And remember, it's not so much about the taste, but it's also about the presentation. All right, the taste is very important, but we want to eat with our eyes.
I was already preparing for the presentation. I think, so.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start the clock for the final minute. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
So it's already blended up, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to...
Spence and Weller, head to head.
I'm going to add some white chocolate in there.
Okay, there was a...
Maybe we could have one of these floating at the bottom.
I don't know if they float, but okay. Don't forget your mystery ingredients. 40 seconds left.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, okay, I see where you're going. Nice.
Sprinkle.
I like that. And you've got the chocolate, right?
Yeah, I've already put some chocolate in there.
Oh, you put some chocolate in there?
Yeah, I've blended it in already. I don't think I'm going to put some cream on top.
20 seconds to go.
Oh, my God.
Give it a shake. Give it a shake.
No. Do you think, or is it ours? Let me try that one. I'm stealing yours.
Oh, no! 9, 8, 7,
7, 6, 5,
finished.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow!
I've tried to incorporate the board.
Wow.
Can I pop a straw in there? Am I done?
So you incorporated the board and you incorporated the counter.
Don't pop that.
Okay, look, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You've got some of these lollipops in here. You've got some mini mallows, the cream, and you incorporated
I
your
didn't want
missing
to
ingredients.
overcomplicate it. Just the marshmallows and some of these things.
I like it as well. Very much. Okay, so
And I've kind of gone overcomplicated. We'll see.
I did say, okay. So Karen, get in here quickly for a second. We need to, this is on us now. First and foremost, what would you call this?
Beautiful mess.
Beautiful mess.
I don't even know where to start. I think mine's more beautiful than his, so I think mine's maybe the beautiful mess and yours is the ugly mess. I don't know.
Okay, fine.
All right, all right. So Karen, you can start over there and I will start with this one. And let's see, because it looks beautiful. I love it. Karen, go for it. You first up.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is it nice? Okay. Well, we have one to compare it to. So here we have the beautiful mess.
My
Yeah. I'm going to leave this up to you, actually.
It's very heavy, this.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
It's quite similar.
Is it quite similar? Okay, but
You have to choose. Are you basing it just on taste or, everything?
Yeah, okay.
I think appearance and taste.
Appearance and taste.
I think appearance-wise,
Okay.
it's quite artistic,
All right,
isn't it?
all right. Now,
I think he's gone overboard with that. Anyway.
Taste-wise.
I think taste-wise, that. It's got a bit of a weird texture in it. I think it might be the bonbons.
Maybe I should have, blended it.
Yeah, but there's... Okay, so is it official, Karen?
I think appearance-wise.
That one.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, are we going to give it a tie?
Well, what's the overall... I think we need a winner, don't we?
What do you think about the appearance?
Have you tasted them?
The appearance there wins for me. That's for sure. Okay, let me get in here for a second. Okay, that's bubblegummy, for sure. Ooh, they are very similar,
They're very
though.
similar, but the texture's different.
Yeah, a bit of a...
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's very similar.
Okay. And the winner is... Karen, up to you.
You're stuck
Spence, because I like pretty things.
Spence is the winner of our challenge. Congratulations. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful mess indeed, gents. Thank you very much.
I'm disappointed, but...
It's okay, my friend. You know what? I'll stand with you.
I'll teach you the recipe.
Yeah, don't try to find it on the website. Don't worry about that. But of course, with Super M, you get a fresh yet nostalgic experience combining the beloved taste of bubblegum with a modern twist perfect for reliving old memories while creating new ones. And this was a showdown of note for sure. So what you can do is you can visit our socials, let us know which of these Super M bubblegum milkshakes you would most be eager to try. And better yet, you can even show us your very own Super M bubblegum milkshake creation. And what you do with that is take a photo and load it on social media, tag us at Expresso Show and use that hashtag Super M bubblegum. Willa and Spence, I am impressed. I really am. The taste, you don't look happy.
I'm really not happy.
We'll have a rematch when we get back to the hotel afterwards.
It's going to go down. Let us know.
Oh, I love a beautiful mess because it just reminds me of me. So I think I would go for that option, but it is up to you at the end of the day. We've got many things coming up. We're going to maybe crown another winner if you did not go with Ewan's choice. Not only that, we're going to definitely beat the winter chill with some puffer jacket options that we're going to show you. And then, of course, we've got to get back into the kitchen to warm up our insides. So we're going to get into something delicious. It is a Mexican... This is not the Mexican, no, but it is a Mexican chicken and bean soup. And it's got some puffed beans in it. I'm very curious. I'm going to ask Chef Clem. Puffed beans, never heard of that. But it's got some chili, it's got some lime in it. All delicious flavors coming together to give you some really delicious and warm insides to match your outsides. So don't go anywhere.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
As winter continues to breeze on by, the puffer jacket trend is here to stay. Now, introduced in the 1930s by Eddie Bauer, the sleeping bag jacket has stood the test of time. And as a brand, Woolworths has done exactly that. Through its commitment to bringing its consumers innovative, sustainable and quality products, its puffer jacket has come to be. Now, stylist and creative director Taryn Oppel is here to dive into the details that truly and really make a difference. Taryn, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Of course. Let me say first off, I got the red lip agenda and I got the
We
pointy
got the
shoe
shoes,
agenda.
I
We
know.
are on trend and
Twinning, I love
it. We need to get into this conversation, right?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to slow fashion. I think that's a big trend and I'm hoping actually a movement that is here to stay. So tell me about the puffer jackets and what sets them apart.
So, fun fact, all Woolworths puffers are made from recycled polyester. So naturally it reduces the impact on the environment, good for the planet, good for you. And the comfortability factor is pretty up there, so it'll keep you warm and cozy and well covered for the season.
It's gone from functional, which served a purpose but didn't serve fashion, right?
Right.
Into a space where it actually looks really cool and I want to wear a puffer this season. Shall we talk through some options of puffers?
Absolutely. Start with the classic. I mean, the kids and women and men all have the cool classic puffer. It's one of my favorite colors for the season, alongside green, as you know. But I just wanted to point out that, you know, we always have a core. And then when we go to the kids, I mean, this is where it gets a lot more fun.
Oh my goodness.
So this is a long line puffer with a little faux fur in the hood, so extra warmth. Nothing has to be plain. I mean, you know, print is...
Let's have some fun with
some
it,
personality. And then just like the men's puffer, I spoke about the core puffer. This is the core for kids. And then for girls, what I love is the new sort of crop style. It has little press stud pockets, super cute. Again, little fleecy hood on the inside for extra warmth. So there's that.
Great
and then I
options so
spoke
far.
about colour. And these are so sweet, the little pastel colours.
Yes.
But I did mention this before, and it is such a great little design detail that Woolies has. And if you can get a little close, this is what they mean by quality.
Come on.
So it'll last
Generation to generation.
So they're very confident in that.
Oh, I love.
And then moving on to women.
Yes, I've had my eye on this one and I even wore it this week.
I saw you, and you know what I love most about this is this little band over here. It
cinches in the waist.
Cinches in the waist so perfectly, because I feel like when you wear a puffer jacket, it feels like you're walking out of your house wearing a duvet.
Yes.
So you need something to sort of cinch it in, and then again, the design details that I spoke about, the gold press studs on the front, the faux fur.
What I love about that too is you can remove the hood if it's a little bit too much for you.
Absolutely,
And
just
you can
like
go
this
with
one.
the classic puffer.
Removable
yes.
hood, and then just a little extra design detail on the inside. I always speak
Cozy.
about really fuzzy linings to sort of beat the cold. And then moving on to men, these do feel like duvets.
Yes.
They have such weight to them and really good quality. We've got the longer line puffer, which is one of my favorites. And then the sort of crop version as well.
And that one's got drawstrings, so you can pull it in over
Drawstrings,
here.
I mean, it's all in the detail, and this hood is also removable. So versatility, functionality, practicality,
all of
in
them.
one.
Tick, tick, tick. I'm here for it. Well, moving from the rail, I would love to see these in action. So I know you brought
Always a
some
great
models
thing.
for us.
Yes,
so
we've
let's
got
see
a
it on
trip.
actual humans.
Yes, we've got the kids.
Oh, look
got
how
Arya
cute
and
they
Yamikaze. He's pulling off that three-piece layer that we always talk about as well when we talk about adult styling.
Oh, man.
With his check shacket and his
We've both got the
hoodie.
shacket going.
No? See you, I see you. And then Arya's got her corduroy leggings with the Peter Pan collar shirt, like very sweet, and she's wearing the cropped puffer that I pointed out earlier.
I love it. The colours also are standout to me. This yellow against the blue.
Yeah, I think in the boys department you'll find a lot of these primary colours, and then when it comes to the girls, it's all about those pastels,
yes.
Which is a really nice differentiation.
Love it. Shall we move on to some women's wear?
Yes, we've got Letabo and Megan, and this I want to point out how versatile the puffer is because Megan is super dressed up in her slingback. I mean, she is ready for work. She's looking very smart cash. The pop of red cardigan also adds a little spice and personality. And then Letabo is the girl on the go. Again, I mean, she's like resident girl on the go here, I think. But her riding boots are, you know, that equals the practicality of styling, and her ponte leggings.
Yes.
And then she's wearing the really beautiful forest green colour
The colour is absolutely stunning. With the
Again,
nautical
yeah.
stripes, the combination, wow.
The ribbing on the sides for comfortability.
They look absolutely chic. They look stunning. They've stepped up. Let's see what we have up next.
Cool. So
we've got to
the
get into
jeans.
some menswear. Yes.
We've got the long line puffer and the cropped version.
Okay.
So it just creates a little bit of a textural feel with layering as well. The rolled up denim.
I'm here for it.
And the loafers.
Oh, come
it's
on,
giving
with the socks
50s
sticking out.
style.
James
which
Dean.
Which is really cool. And then on the other hand, a really casual, athleisure-inspired dress-down version with sneakers.
And the longer length is just so cool. I mean...
Very cool, trendy. I mean, I would rock that, to be honest.
Same.
It's so cool.
That's a nice piece, actually, between couples. Just get one and then the two of you can share, because it's actually pretty unisex. I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
Well, I love that, Taryn. Thank you so much. Can I ask you for a fave?
You know me, I love wearing black. I have to gravitate towards this for ladies.
Yes.
Reason being, the inside, super warm. And I just love the gold details. I mean, do you have a favorite?
I would definitely say the one I wore earlier this week, because my waist, I said, waist where? What waist? Well, Cozy does it. Warmth meets style with these timeless aesthetic investments. Shop puffer jackets, as well as more Woolies family favorites, all available, of course, in-store, online, and on the app.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
All right, so from top fashion and puffer jackets to the kitchen, where we are further serving you some warmth. We want to spice up your life this morning with the delicious Mexican chicken and bean soup to keep the chill and the winter chills at bay. Now, this Mexican-style bowl of yum, as we will call it, will warm you up in no time. The best part, it's quick, it's easy, it's convenient, and you can whip it up in your own kitchen at home. But to show us the ropes, we have to rope in Chef Clem to show us how it's
You were
done.
supposed to say from puffing jackets to puffing beans.
I don't know, we're using beans.
We're puffing beans
Are
this
we
morning.
puffing beans?
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
I'm so glad you asked. We've been eating beans the wrong way since day zero.
Really?
Day one.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you about it in a second.
Tell me about it. Okay, so we a little bit of Mexican flavor this morning. What's the inspiration behind it?
My surname's Pedro. Pretty much. That's it. That's it. So my food style is very true. It's very strong, like Cape Malay.
Yeah.
And Mexican.
Okay.
But I feel like the two kind of go together very similarly. Like there's the spices that we use and the way we treat ingredients. And it's not only just about like the quantity of ingredients, it's the quality of seasonings that go with it that turn like something very average into something phenomenal. And we do that a lot with Cape Malay cuisine and with Mexicans. I find myself very attracted to Mexican food. And it's texture. It's texture. Especially when it comes to soup. Soups are very soupy, okay? The difference between a good soup and a great soup is texture and seasoning, of course.
Of course,
so let's talk about the soup this morning. So
All right.
let's talk about texture. My new favorite soup comes in a can.
I like
and
it.
it's obviously available at Woolies. This is the Mexican soup. It's a chicken and bean soup, slightly spiced in there. Spiced, not spicy.
Spiced.
So the aromas are all there.
Yes,
it's delicious.
yes,
And what I
yes.
also love is when Woolies says chicken is in the soup. You don't have to be guessing where
It's,
is it.
it's
You
actually
see it.
chicken,
You
yeah.
see it, absolutely. And you can actually see the texture, the chunks of everything that's in there. So
Ooh, I like
I've
it.
already got one of the cans going. I'm
So
going to add
that's a
another
can
one.
there. Okay.
So add another can to it. And it's
look at
thick.
that.
It's amazing. And like I said, you can see the beans, you can see the corn, you can see the chicken.
Yeah.
That's going to heat up. Let's talk about some puffed beans. Okay,
Talk to me about puffed beans.
Texture,
Yes.
we're looking for some crunch, okay?
All right.
I believe like every dish should be a certain little element of crunch unless like very much it's all about the silkiness.
Yes.
This is not about that. This is about texture, flavor, crunch, you want it all. So I'm on this health journey at the moment, so I'm always finding a new way to substitute like the breadier things, which would normally be a crouton.
Yes.
So I started puffing my beans and that started being my crouton on salads and I'm like, wait,
My goodness, really?
would be phenomenal with the soup. So let's go. So we've got some beans, and you can pretty much use any beans.
You're right.
We are now going with butter beans.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is I've drained it.
Yes.
Rinsed it.
Okay.
Slightly patted it dry.
Okay.
Because moisture, specifically water, is the enemy of crispiness. Okay?
That's it.
Rules. Okay. So we're trying to get as much moisture off the beans as possible. Then we're going to go in with my new favorite, the olive oil spray. And again, we're talking about the air fryer because I'm going to make these beans in the air fryer. If you have an air fryer, even if you don't.
Yeah.
This is my new favorite way to use olive oil. It's so controlled. You can like literally use down to the drop how much olive oil you want to use. And the fact that it disperses it in a wide spread, you're getting proper coverage. So you can give us a few little squirts there.
Ideal for air fryers.
Oh, it does?
Ooh, look at that.
You got to do it from a distance. When you got to be dramatic, when your guests are standing in front of you, you got to go. There we go. There we go. That's in. So now what that does is that's going to...
That's amazing.
It is, right?
Right.
I mean, I'll totally do a bigger demonstration, but then someone's going to have to clean up all the oil that's... So I won't. But this thing is really, really amazing.
Spray it in the air and you can throw the beans. How's that?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well.
Okay, I got the Willie's chili and lime seasoning, and there's salt inside there already.
Yes.
So we're going to give that a nice seasoning, and be generous with it. Okay?
Lovely.
Like, give it a little skit.
A little skit.
I think, again, it's about the drama, so you do a little skit.
There we go.
And then you get into the air fryer. I've actually got some already. Ooh, it's been good.
That spice smells amazing.
Okay, so
Look at
let me actually get it out for you. We've got it in our air fryer liners. So what happens is it goes into the air fryer, the shell, the skin, the outside layer gets super crispy.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it just goes...
No
and it puffs. Okay? So what we're going to end up with is... these crispy beans.
Look at that.
It's really delicious. So I'm going to reuse this because you can. Get those other beans back into the air fryer. You can just pass it on there for me if you don't mind.
Got it, got it.
There we go. Let's serve up. So there we go. Bowl ready. Hot soup. How I would do this at home is I would have the soup in the bowls, right?
Yes.
And then I would have all the other elements like in the bowls like we have now,
that.
just on the table. So everybody can kind of build their own bowl.
Yeah. Of
like
course,
that.
what I like about it, I mean, this in the can, it's spiced already, but not spicy.
Right.
But I mean, you can go about adding your own spice, like you said, with extra chili flakes or maybe fresh chilies or whatever you fancy. You can build on it.
The jalapeno acha, you know, I love that. That's a good example of like Mexican and like South African tradition being mixed there, the jalapeno acha, and that's a great one, so get that on there as well. What we do have today is some avocado, but let's start off with some sour cream. So when the soup is piping hot, right, I like to get the sour cream on so it can kind of like melt.
Yes, pop a dollop in there.
There we go. Also, people that leave the foil thing on their containers. I'm watching you. Don't.
Is it a rule?
No, man, there's two types of people. Those that leave the foil on and they put the lid back on with the foil still on, and those that take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Take it off. Take off the foil, don't leave it. Okay.
There we go. Sour cream down.
Oh, look at that.
Avocado down. Okay. It's got some lime juice in here already. Oh, this is actually avocado seasoned with a lot of lime juice.
Yes, yes.
It gives it flavor, plus stops it going brown. Coriander. Boom, 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 boom. Bring onion. Boom, boom, boom. And then your puff beans. Okay?
Ooh.
And that goes like right on top, but you're going to serve it with extra puff beans as well.
I love it. Listen, I just had a taste of one of those beans.
You did?
They really are amazing.
There we go. Honestly,
that was
it's so delicious.
quick.
And because it's the thickness, I call it a stoop, half stew, half soup. You feel so satisfied. It is a banging soup.
It's stupendous.
It's
Yes.
What a super pun. I love it.
Yeah. It just had to happen. There we have it. So, I mean, this is great. I mean, winter evenings, chilly, warm up from the inside. This is what we need. I mean, you can really make a great soup happen tonight and every other night for that matter. And of course, Willie's got you covered with all that fresh ingredients, and you can shop all your ingredients at Willie's in-store, online, or on the app. I feel, Carissa, she's hovering again. Stop hovering. You know, just
always
getting
catch me hovering with the food. You know what? You got me at puffed beans because I was like, what?
Yes.
I know, right? We know about popped corn.
It is my favorite. If you ever check me in the movies and I'm watching a movie and I'm not eating popcorn, I'm eating puffed beans, you know why. You know why. There we go. It's a protein. What's up, Ryle? Okay.
Oh, this bowl is beautiful. Can we start there? Okay.
Obviously, Willie's homemade.
So do you have to get a little bit of everything in it, or okay?
Well, just go for it, and then you can tell us.
I've got more puffed bean than anything. Okay.
One of the best meals I had this year was a simple soup around the table with good people.
Nice.
And it just really, like, soup is just like, it's a crowd pleaser and just brings people together. Honestly, one of the best meals I had was just a gewone sop this year. And I love it. It's just people. It's about the people, absolutely. And comfort and nostalgia.
Well, I love a soup, and this is right up there.
Yeah.
That is so delicious.
Stamp of approval?
Stamp of many approvals.
Wow, okay.
And those puffed beans, I'm even going to grab one. Delicious.
Right?
Thank
It's
you.
crispy, it's
keep this in my pocket
beautiful.
for later.
Okay, Jack and the Beanstalk and the Magic Beans. Let's go. Okay.
And that's where we'll leave the soup conversation for now, because we've got so much still coming your way. We've got a beautiful choreographer and performer. She goes by Madison Scar, and she's got some really cool things lined up for us. In the line of Beyonce, maybe?
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll see if she'll do something special for us today. Not only that, we're also going to be put to the test, you and I, Ewan, and we've got something called Ebru, and not like Hebrew, but like an ancient Turkish form of art that we're going to be doing together. So we're learning many things today, from puffed beans to Ebru, and I hope that you will learn along with us, so stick around after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And we're going to make you feel great by the end of this, because at Expresso, we celebrate everything and everyone, and Pride Month is no exception. And today, we have the incomparable dancer, choreographer, as well as drag superstar Madison Scar with us to give her interpretation of what Pride Month means to her and also to her community. Can we give her a Feel Good welcome? Yes, Madison Scar, thank you for being here. First of all, you look absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
I can't wait for this. This is our first time connecting, but you're a familiar face here. So how have you been?
I've been good. Exhausted.
Yes, I can imagine.
But grateful.
Oh, I love
Grateful for
that.
it.
Always grateful every day. Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Pride Month, which is throughout the month of June. Tell me why this month is important to you and if it holds any significance.
This Pride Month is really special to me because since I started my drag career, I have really discovered so much about myself inside and out. And I've kind of discovered who Madison is as the performer and Madison as the proud young trans woman who is on her own pride journey.
Wow, that's beautiful.
It's a really special Pride Month. And who wouldn't love a month where the whole world has to celebrate my pride?
Yes, come on now. I love that and I'm here for it. Well, you spoke about that journey, right? And now you, of course, are doing drag full on. But before that, you were kind of covering Beyonce as a performer. Talk to me about this pivot, this transition, and where you're at right now.
Well, like you said, I started out as a dancer and really my dance career started here on Expresso because I grew up dancing on Expresso. I was always on the show, and 9 years later, I'm still here performing on the show, but not as Matthew Carter-Poole, the dancer, as Madison Scar, the proud trans woman and drag performer. And this came because of COVID, actually. And I discovered drag during the lockdown. But I realized that looking now, back at it, I fell in love with drag before I knew what it was.
Wow.
And I'm actually really happy that I found this art form because it allows me to really be creative. And it's amazing. It really has changed my life, and I love it.
And it's about finding your voice, finding your feet, finding your path. And I think that's just a continuous journey throughout your life. And it's so good to see you looking good right now. Tell me about this outfit. Where did you get it? Tell us the plug. Where do you source your outfits, or do you create them yourself?
Some of them I have them made. This one was actually blessed to me from a seasoned drag queen who was giving up her drag career now. She's now hanging everything up, and she decided to bless me with this piece. And I loved it so much. It's one of my favorite pieces, and I'm glad I can still fit into it.
Come on now.
Wow.
What waist is what I'm looking at? Tell me your secrets. Well, of course, we've got to get into everything to do with being proud this month as somebody that is in the queer community. And I really would love to hear what you have to say to somebody out there that may be struggling on their journey. Like you said, you've gone through so many chapters in your life to bring you to where you are now. What advice would you give them, perhaps?
I think for me, what keeps me pushing through my drag career is the passion to perform. So that's, for me, that's my passion, performing, and that is what I love. But I want to use my drag to inspire other people, and I just want to stay true to myself. So that's what I want to tell anybody that wants to go into any sort of career, any creative space. You need to be true to yourself and really... I get really, really, really into it because I love performing.
Yeah.
And drag really showed me that I can be a superstar.
Yes.
And my dreams are now coming true. And I'm so happy.
Well, I love that. And I love that because you're true to yourself, the dreams are, of course, coming to you on a silver platter. Speaking about performances, tell me about what's happening on Saturday with your event.
Well, Saturday, I'm going to be at 0 to 1. And you can get tickets for that at the door. It's going to be 60 Rand. That's where me and the Scarlets will be busting it down.
Yes.
But actually from tonight, tomorrow night and Saturday night, we will be at the CTICC performing at the Sex Expo.
Ooh.
We are working with the amazing team called Sensuex Sky. We've got an exciting show planned. It's running for these 3 nights. And then next weekend, we are headlining Cape Town's biggest drag event.
Oh my goodness.
Catchaladi's Divas One Night Only, and that is going to be happening at the Joseph Stone on the 6th of July. Tickets at CompuTicket.
Beautiful. Yes, get your tickets now. Well, tell me, where can people find you on socials before we see you perform and do your thing?
On socials, you can see me at Madison Scar, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere.
Oh, she is everywhere, and she is right here at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Of course, she's going to be performing for us in just a bit. I can't wait for it. She's even brought backup dancers. Well, I might just be one of them. Let me get changed. Let me get changed. I'm kidding. Madison Scar, ladies and gentlemen, please do your thing.
Looking forward to that performance. Stick around in just a couple of minutes. Right now, though, this is something interesting, and I think something that I've never actually done before, which is going to be very exciting. And today we are exploring the ancient art form of Ebru, also known as paper marbling. Now, this traditional Turkish form of painting is described as painting on water and has been practiced in Turkey since the 13th century. And this morning, we've decided to give it a try for ourselves in our Turkish Art Challenge. Not so much a challenge, I would say. It's like, I think we're just going to create little artworks, masterpieces.
You're always trying to back me, you, and you know I'm going to win.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I don't have a good winning streak.
So this is interesting. So we've got all the utensils.
Yes.
We've got some marbling paint here, and then we've got a little shallow tray of water. And it's been prepared. So all we're going to do is start painting on the water with our paint.
Well,
right?
it's Pride Month too, and we've got all the colours of the rainbow.
All the colours.
So that's wonderful.
And it's interesting because, I mean, this has been practiced for so long in Turkey, and it almost reminds me of what, what we see the videos, the hydro dipping.
Yes.
Kind of, it's almost like a similar thing, I feel. So let's start painting on water. Let's see how this goes.
Let's see. I've also never done Ebru before, so I'm just going to start with drops, I think. Oh, something happened there.
All right. I don't know if you should be quite...
I love the silence. We're concentrating so hard right now.
I know.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. So you just like, can I see your technique?
No.
Okay.
You do you, boo.
Oh, okay, cool. I see what's happening. I see it. It kind of spreads as soon as it touches the water.
Exactly. But some are like spreading better than other one.
Okay. Well, if our artwork does not look great, we're definitely going to have to see what we're aiming for, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is what it kind of looks like.
Oh, Ewan, I'm not anywhere close to that, but this is an art form. Like you said, it does take years of practice to go into it. And it's an ancient technique, so it's been passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So there we have it. I'm just trying to... This is very difficult. I'm struggling to multitask.
Because we want it to come out so good.
Absolutely.
Yours is looking interesting, Ewan.
Tell me about it.
I don't know what else to say. I like the dots. I like the dot technique. I want to see how it's going to translate onto paper.
Well, look at yours. I mean, it looks beautiful.
I went bigger.
You did go bigger, but I'm not done just yet.
Okay.
Because I'm going to just add one more color here.
But I feel like I'm going to do too much. I'm going to leave mine at that, actually. I'm going to go simple today.
Okay, so I'm going to do this.
Wow.
And then we have a couple of tools here that you can use as well. So
show me how.
So I'm going to try and...
Oh, interesting.
Do something like...
Ewan has done this before.
I have not.
Wow. I'm so impressed right now.
Okay, so let's see
That's
how that
incredible.
goes. And I'm
Okay.
going to repeat.
Maybe the pipette can like pick some up and put it elsewhere.
Yeah, or if you want to take out a color that you didn't really want.
Okay, let me put the yellow in and see how it comes out.
Okay, so I'm trying to create something here, and I'm not 100% sure how it's going to turn out because trying to create is one thing, and then there's the transferring to the paper.
No, I've got such good hopes for yours. And these ones, we also just...
Well, up to you. Like, it's really... But I'm going to now try, because like I said, we have never done this, so it should...
You should go first.
Transfer it now.
Oh, that one's spread out.
Okay, so there we have it.
Come on,
just
Bubble.
Like so. Okay, please let this work.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually having so much fun.
Okay.
Whoa, okay. That looks beautiful.
Okay.
You just dropped yours in, Ewan?
Okay, I did, yes.
Okay.
And then obviously you've got to hang it to dry. But I mean, okay, whoa.
Okay.
I'm scared it's going to run. Can I put it down?
Put it down, put it down.
I'm going to pop it down.
Okay.
And look at that. Come on, look at that.
Okay.
That is really cool.
Okay. I'm
Now,
just going to also pop it. I'm going to pop it. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it.
So let's do
Let
this.
it do its thing.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I want to just bring it this way.
Shall we buy applause from the crew?
Ooh.
See how well either of us did. It wasn't supposed to be a competition.
No, it's
but
not a
now it
competition,
is.
but I mean, both is unique
They are.
in art. E-brew.
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 E-brew. Hey, brew. I love
E-brew,
it.
look at my painting.
The
you
art
see?
of clouds is actually what that means.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've done today. Because clouds come in all different shapes and forms.
Exactly. So we had a bit of an inspiration, and you can take a look on the screen. We'll throw on that picture now. I mean, you can see there, it does take a steady artistic hand, I think, to create
Look at that one.
those beautiful images. None like what we've created over here. But I mean,
Well,
come
you
on.
squint your eyes, it's
there's a first time for everything, and I think for a first try, not bad.
Okay,
Not
let's get
bad.
an applause. We're going to turn it into a competition. 'Cause
Okay,
I
fine.
need to win something. Okay, let's go for my one. How about Ewan's one?
Nothing, not even a clap. It's lovely to feel so loved in this Expresso studio. Thank
At
you,
least I won
thank you.
one
Yeah, that was
thing.
just like a pity clap.
You know, today
Yeah.
marks a month that I've officially been on Expresso, so at least
And
I could say I won one thing.
Is this the first one you've won?
This is the first thing
Really?
that I won.
Congratulations. Congratulations. You can take it.
Thank
So
you,
there we
thank
have it. I mean, you can tell us, who do you think did a better job at embracing this ancient technique of art? You can let us know on our social media pages. We'll put up a picture there of our pictures. And if it inspired you to visit beautiful Turkey, book your trip on TurkishAirlines.com. If this is something that's been on your bucket list to see this country, it is a phenomenal country to go and visit. Try and get there. It really is amazing. Have you been there?
I haven't, but I would want to.
We connect more countries than any other airline. Turkish Airlines.
I'm just looking now. It's like I've got so much paint left, and you've got like nothing.
Nothing.
Like
I've
all
cleared
of
my
yours
tray.
transferred onto your paper. That is amazing.
Oh, thank you, man. Well, speaking about art, we're definitely going to stick with that theme right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because we've got Madison Scar, an artiste who's still going to come your way and perform. Very excited about that. Comes up after the break.
Bake more memories with Royal Baking Powder, and you could win your own KitchenAid stand mixer. Be a part of the Tastemaster competition action by watching the show and baking a creative interpretation of the week's theme using Royal Baking Powder. Then upload it to socials by replying to the competition post, including hashtag the Tastemaster SA and hashtag Bake More Memories. Don't miss the Tastemaster SA every Tuesday evening at 7, repeat Wednesday at 1 and Sundays at 4 p.m. on SABC2.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You are tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Couple of minutes left, and we're going to make the most of those couple of minutes. First and foremost, gear up and get ready for Disky action by playing Sports Stake 8 fixture list 744 for an estimated jackpot of 760,000 Rand today. Yep, this Thursday.
You could definitely score big and stand a chance to be in your game. Now you can play your favorite Sports Stake 8 game in-store on the nationallottery.co.za website or even on the mobile app for your shot at winning the estimated 760,000 Rand jackpot. Hashtag be in your game.
I can think of a lot of things to do with 760,000 Rand. All right, so we have a performance.
We do. I'm very excited for this one. We've been gearing up for it all morning, and to close up the show, we've got Madison Scar who's going to perform. Take it away.
I am my own special creation. So come take a look, give me the hook or the ovation. It's my world that I want to have a little pride in. My world, and it's not a place I have to hide in. Life's not worth a damn till you can say, I am what I am. different angle. Your life is a sham till you can shout out, I am what I am. I am what I am. I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses. I deal my own deck, sometimes the ace, sometimes the deuces. It's one life and there's no return and no deposit. One life, so it's time to open up your closet. Life's not worth a damn till you can shout out, I am what I am.
Yes.
Sure,
Good
I am out of
job.
breath for you guys.
Oh, I am what
I am. That is
I love
amazing.
that. Ending on a beautiful note. I think today the takeaway is just be you and stay true to the essence that you have to offer the world. Whether you are part of the community or not, it's definitely a page that you can take out of the book.
And like we've heard earlier on, beauty is on the inside. Keep it going, South Africa. Have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow. It's a Friday. The weekend is here. Have a lekker day.
Another feel-good production.
Enjoy the extraordinary flavor of the new Sipper M bubblegum. It's poppin' with flavor.